All right, hi everybody, and welcome to our reading of Birds of Prey and oh my God, Birds of Prey
Yes.
and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I call it by the real name. It's not Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Sorry, not sorry. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. We're going to start off our cast list. Tonight, our Birds of Prey are going to be played by Curtis. He's going to be our Rosie Montoya. We have Hunter, who's going to be our Huntress. We have Nicole, who's going to be our Black Canary. We have our George, who's going to be Cassandra Cain, along with scene description.
I'm so excited.
Our Victor Zsasz is going to be Erik. Our Roman Sionis is going to be Logan. And I will be playing Harley, and we're all just going to have a bunch of other roles to go along with it. So, George, when you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
All right, one sec here. All right, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn by Christina Hodson, transcribed by that bitch over there. Text flies on a black screen highlighting everything being said.
They say if you want to tell a story right, you got to start at the beginning.
Cut to animation of a little sperm making its way to implant itself into a cartoon egg.
Too far? Fine.
Cut to a cartoon baby, blonde hair and blue-eyed, pink arrows point at her.
This is me, Harleen Quinzel.
Baby giggles. An adult hand picks her up by the head and drops her into a tattooed hand of another adult.
When I was a kid, my dad traded me for a 6-pack of beer.
The beer drops into the hand that just dropped baby Harleen. Cut to a cartoon door knocking.
But however many times he tried to ditch me.
The door opens, revealing child Harleen.
Daddy!
The door slams. She peeks in through the windows.
I kept coming back.
The curtains are closed from the inside. Cut to cartoon of a mean nun standing outside of a large Gothic building.
Eventually, he found me a new home.
Child Harleen is thrown from a moving car. She bounces and lands on her feet at the bottom of the stairs in front of the nun. Assholes and devil horns and mustache and beard are drawn on and around the nun.
The good sisters of St. Bernadette's taught me a lot.
Cut to the cartoon nun paddles child Harleen on the butt. She groans in pain. Something snaps and child Harleen gets a devilish look on her face.
But I was never an establishment kind of gal.
Cut to child Harleen holds the paddle like a baseball bat. The nun turns to her. She hits her across the face, causing several teeth to fly out of her mouth. The teeth turn to tossed graduation caps.
All things considered, I did good. I even went to college.
Harleen in her graduation robe stands victorious, holding her diploma. Signs in the audience behind her read, "It's about time. You're smart now. 4 more years. Now what? Congrats. And C+ is okay."
Got my PhD.
Cut to cartoon slot machine. The pictures roll. A preppy guy with a sweater wrapped around his neck. Harleen in the middle, a broken heart on the last slot. The lever pulls, the images change. A nerdy guy, Harleen, broken heart. A beautiful girl, Harleen, broken heart.
Had my heart broken once or twice. Finding love, it's not easy.
Cartoon Harleen, now in a business outfit, holds a clipboard outside a massive hospital, Arkham Asylum.
So I threw myself into my work, became a psychiatrist.
Cut to cartoon Harleen sits in her office across from a cartoon Joker.
That's when I met him, Mr. J.
Cartoon Harleen sighs dreamily and looks at him. A yellow heart encircles his face.
My Joker.
The picture flips. The two fall through the air, a heart behind them and love scrolling on either side of them. As Harley speaks, they fall faster and faster.
Oh, I fell hard. Like out of a plane without a parachute right in your dumb fucking face kind of hard.
Cartoon Harleen falls into the vat of chemicals with a groan. She rises as Harley Quinn in the classic red and black outfit.
I lost all sense of who I was. I only had eyes for pudding.
Cartoon Harley Quinn is now in her Suicide Squad outfit, holding her mallet back to back with Joker.
We all know the saying, behind every successful man, there's a badass broad. Well, that was me.
Cartoon Harley flips through lasers, stealing a diamond.
I was the brains behind some of Mr. J's greatest stunts. Ha-ha!
He smashes the glass with the diamond in it. She holds it up. She hands the diamond to him.
Not that he ever let anyone know it.
He holds the diamond up to his henchman in a chair.
Puddin'?
He waves her away. She pouts.
I guess all good things have to come to an end.
He leans on him and hugs him, desperate for affection. He kicks her out a window. She falls, tears in her eyes, through a heart. It breaks.
So?
Cut to black.
We broke up.
Exterior house, night. A henchman throws Harley out onto the street. She yelps. She rushes back to the door and pounds on it, hysterical and crying.
I handled it real mature, but Mr. J was super broke up about it.
She continues sobbing and pounding on the door's window. Exterior Doc's Place, night. Harley enters the restaurant.
I got an amazing new place that was all mine.
Interior Harley's apartment, day. Harley sits on the couch next to her tutued stuffed beaver eating cereal. Behind her is a massive homemade dartboard with darts in the wall, and a drawing of the Joker with darts in it pinned to the wall. She watches Tom and Jerry. Cut 2. She throws a dart at the picture on the wall. She works on changing her own tattoos with a tattoo machine.
It gave me the space to really reflect on the mistakes of my past.
She changes her pudding tattoo to read pudding cups. Interior bathroom, Harley's apartment, night. An emotional Harley cuts her own pigtails short.
I had to find a new identity, a new me.
She finishes the last pigtail and looks at herself in the mirror. She immediately starts sobbing and grabs at her hair.
It wasn't easy.
Interior Murray's Exotic Pet Shop, night. Harley looks at a pot-bellied pig with a smile.
But after a while, I even opened myself up to the possibility of new love.
She turns and sees a hyena. She gasps excitedly and gets right up to the cage.
Hi, hello, nice baby.
He licks her through the cage. The hyena laughs, Harley laughs, and claps her hands as she jumps up and down. The pet shop worker gets really close to her. He has a gross look to him.
Here's the thing about new love.
I take payment in kind.
She flinches away from him in disgust. The hyena growls.
You have to feed it.
Interior Harley's apartment later. The hyena Bruce chews on the still-dressed ankle and foot of the worker. Harley, in footy pajamas, rests her feet on Bruce's back. She eats ice cream as she cries on the couch. She sprays Cheese Whiz right into her mouth.
Soon enough, I was back on my feet.
Interior roller rink, night. Harley skates in the roller derby very roughly. She takes no prisoners.
Ready to move on, to make new friends.
She means fucking business.
She shoves a few skaters, elbows one in the face. She yanks one down by her ponytail.
Oh, here we go.
Harley skates to one of her teammates.
Whip me!
She has taken a whip from a pivot.
Her teammate whips her forward.
Catapulted to the high side.
Harley turns and hip cheeks a skater into the fence before bringing her fist up to her nose, breaking it. The skater screams in pain.
Ah!
Cassandra watches, cheering from the audience, banging against the fence. She turns and steals the wallet of the person standing right next to her and pockets it. Harley skates victorious, feeding off the crowd's energy.
Yeah, come on!
Interior Black Mask Club, night. Harley parties with her teammates, downing shots rapidly.
It was time for Gotham to meet the new Harley Quinn, so I really put myself out there.
She finishes, flipping double birds and sticks her tongue out in victory. Cut to a drunken Harley dances on a structural pole.
Oh, like you ride your man.
Roman's driver looks up at her, rude judging on his face.
Yes!
Harley leans back on the pole with a drink, spilling it on the driver. The girls laugh.
God damn it, sit the fuck down.
Harley looks at him.
What?
He puts his feet up on the table in front of him.
I said, sit your skinny ass down, you dumb slut.
She shrugs.
Okay.
He jumps down, right on his legs, snapping them both at an angle. Legs were not meant to bend at. He screams in pain. Roman Sionis turns to the sound. Harley sits on the driver's lap with a smile and a laugh.
You broke my fucking legs.
Oh, boo-hoo.
He laughs and stands up. Everyone watches the scene. She looks around.
What?
Roman looks around a beat.
Not a party without a little drama, am I right?
Claps his hands.
Come on, turn it up. Shots on the house.
A party light comes on. The music starts again. He walks over to Harley.
Call me dumb. I have a PhD, motherfucker.
He leans over to her.
Miss Quinn,
Romy.
He looks at her.
that was my driver.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure it was his fault. Consider him fired.
Consider me grateful, especially since I know you don't like me. I agitate his already delicate sense of mental equilibrium that and his excessive compulsion need to be the center of attention.
She turns back to him.
Will your paramour be joining us this evening?
She smiles, bigoted.
Not tonight, Romy. Tonight.
Well, enjoy yourself, Miss Quinn, and do give the Joker my best.
He walks away.
Okay, fine. So I hadn't told people about the breakup, but you don't understand.
Rowan walks up to Victor Zsasz.
find me a new driver.
Being Joker's girl gave me immunity.
Downs her drink.
I could do whatever I wanted to whoever I wanted, and no one ever dared to object.
Cut to Harley at the bar. She downs a shot and walks away, pushing a dancer out of her way. She circles back to the bar and picks up a waiting drink behind a customer's back. Quick montage. Harley downs another shot. Harley drunkenly speaks to a decorative statue head.
And don't let him give you shit, okay? You have to stick up for yourself because you are a...
Harley rushes over from the dance floor and pukes into someone's purse. Harley dances drunkenly on the dance floor. Exterior Mexican restaurant night. Harley carries a tray with 5 margaritas on it to the outdoor dining area.
Oh, please, I give it a few days before they're back together.
Even when I did try and tell people, they didn't believe me.
He hides behind the counter and eavesdrops. Come on, she told me they're really broken up this time. The teammate scoffs.
Sure they are, Shell. That's why she's still wearing that tacky J necklace.
The teammates all laugh like the shitty bitches they are. Harley grabs the J necklace on her neck.
She is going to go running right back into his arms the minute he snaps his fingers. If not him, the next closest alpha male with a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just aren't born to stand on their own.
Oh, girl, let's drink. Come on.
All right. Harley walks away, still holding the tray.
I knew I needed to find some way to show the world that I cut ties with Mr. J for good.
She throws the tray and drinks on the ground and storms off. Harley! She runs away. Exterior street later, a drunk Harley walks, sipping from a glass.
Some people have the Eiffel Tower or Olive Garden. The Joker and I, our love bloomed in a highly toxic industrial processing plant.
She looks over. At the end of the street is Ace Chemicals, a chemical plant full of volatile chemicals and even more volatile memories. Harley looks away, sad. Her eyes brighten as her wheels start turning.
And luckily for me, I have all my best ideas drunk.
She sees a huge oil truck. Cartoon light bulbs pop up around her.
I have the best idea.
She throws her glass and runs to the truck. She sees the driver taking a piss behind the truck. She climbs into the vehicle. She starts the engine. The driver looks over in surprise. She drives off with a smile.
What the fuck? Hey, come back here.
He chases it. She has flashbacks to when she jumped into the vat of chemicals for Joker. She yanks the J necklace off herself. She looks at it.
This is where it all began, Puddin'. Motherfucker.
She throws the necklace out the window. She wedges her shoe on the gas and tumbles out of the truck, watching it race into the plant. She watches in expectant longing. It crashes, causing a massive spark-filled explosion. She watches in awe.
It was the closure I needed, a fresh start, a chance to be my own woman.
She gets up, dusting her hands. She walks away, happy, free.
But I wasn't the only dame in Gotham looking for emancipation. This is our story.
Title card floats in the clouds. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
And I'm telling it, so I'll start where I fucking want.
Title card 4 minutes ago.
Meet the cop.
Interior restaurant 4 minutes ago. Monroe surveys the crime scene of a shooting.
I got 50. It says it was a turf war.
Not him.
Renee Montoya stands, making notes in her notebook.
As always, you're wrong, Monroe.
Walks over to stand behind the victim's booth.
Her. Renee Montoya. Raised on the 80s cop shows, she's always saying cheesy shit like,
There's only one shooter. Inside, this guy shot at the glass, Serrano. Oh, hey,
Walks over to Serrano, a crime scene tech.
have ballistic check for a bullet in one of those pot cars.
10 years ago, she broke a career-making case.
Serrano just stands there and stares at her.
Did I stutter?
Go ahead.
Serrano turns, grabs his bag, and leaves.
But her partner at the time took all the credit, so while he made captain, she got stuck at detective level with this idiot.
Okay, you think one guy got all 4?
Wait.
The wheels are turning.
I'm just saying, we got 4 dead bodies here, you know? One guy, bullet holes.
I'm trying to work.
All right, go ahead and work. Go ahead.
He steps away. He looks at the victims and their position, trying to work out how the events unfolded. A beat.
Shooter got close before, drawing 6 rounds.
Intercut with crime scene events. Huntress, draped in a hood, walks in, eyes full of murder and hate.
2 for each of these 3.
The men all laugh and chatter gregariously.
Yo, mind your dad, I'm telling you.
And Angelina, she's a princess. She approaches their booth. They all look up at her.
Whoa, hey.
Look at this. Is it Halloween?
Hey, how you doing?
She lets out a yell as she kicks their table towards them, pinning them in. She fires twice into each of the three men, leaving only Rossi, who sits pinned. Rossi fires wildly with a scream. She flips out the way with a primal yell. She chucks a knife to him. The knife implants itself into his shoulder. He groans. In the present, Montoya stands behind Rossi.
It wasn't about them. It's all about this guy, right here.
She points at Rossi. In the past, Huntress lowers her hood and looks at Rossi, who breathes heavily with pain, stuck to the booth by the knife embedded in his shoulder. She lifts her crossbow at him.
You know who I am?
Fucking bitch.
She shoots the arrow into his throat. Rossi gurgles as he chokes on his own blood. Back to present, Montoya leans on the booth behind Rossi. She reaches towards the arrow with her pen.
And this arrow through his throat.
She lifts a strand of hair with her pen stuck to the arrow. She looks up at Monroe.
She wanted him to die slowly.
She?
He got a hair, and he's got a new assassin.
Who does?
She stands up straight and walks to him.
Roman, Fabius, Sionis.
An explosion in the distance rattles the restaurant.
Jesus Christ!
She runs out, yelling into her walkie.
This is Montoya. What the hell was that?
Exterior Ace Chemicals, moments later. Montoya and Monroe get out of their car. Ace Chemicals ablaze. Firefighters and cops converge on the scene.
Shit.
Wow.
They walk towards it.
Detective,
Yep.
The officer holds out an evidence bag to her.
found this necklace.
She takes it from him and looks at it.
Holy shit. Good work, officer.
She walks back to Monroe.
What is it?
She holds up the bag and gives it a little shake.
Harley Quinn and the Joker broke up.
What?
This was the spot. She just publicly updated her relationship status. Harley Quinn just called open season on herself. She did not think this one through.
Yeah, no shit, I didn't think it through.
Interior warehouse day. Roman in a white suit and red pocket square walks, putting on a pair of black leather gloves.
I'm about to learn that a lot of people in the city want me dead, and at the top of that list is this guy.
He approaches three people. Mr. Keogh, Keogh's wife, and Keogh's daughter. They hang upside down and tied up. Keogh's wife whimpers in fear. Zsasz stands nearby watching the scene.
Mr. Keogh and his lovely wife and daughter. Kind of forced my hand here. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed.
He gives Zsasz a hand signal. Zsasz opens a switchblade next to Mr. Keogh, who grunts in terror. Zsasz kneels down to him and caresses his face.
I gave you a great pitch, didn't I?
Zsasz starts cutting Mr. Keogh's face. Mr. Keogh grunts in pain under his duct tape.
And I thought, shh!
He waves at Keogh's wife and daughter to shush. Mr. Keogh continues groaning as Zsasz continues cutting.
I thought we could build something beautiful together. I thought we could be family.
Mr. Keogh continues his muffled screaming as Zsasz works. Roman looks on. Zsasz lets out a low moan, breathing heavily. Roman gives him another hand signal. Zsasz, carrying Mr. Keogh's peeled fucking face, tosses it down in front of Keogh's wife, who screams in muffled horror. He holds the knife to her throat.
I'm gonna set you free. Hmm?
He slits her throat. Roman looks on, a twinge of disgust. Zsasz looks at him.
What about?
He kneels by Keogh's daughter. She shakes her head, completely terrified. Roman looks at the scene a beat.
Mm-mm.
I think we can let her go. I mean, this is a pretty loud fucking shit show of a message.
He laughs. Zsasz laughs. Keogh's daughter looks back and forth between the two of them. Roman approaches. He lifts her head up.
Baby, oh,
He peels the duct tape off her face.
don't cry.
Shudders.
Thank you.
She sniffles.
Thank you.
She sobs.
You're welcome.
He sniffles. His eyes furrow, disgust crossing his face.
Is that a snot bubble? Ew, gross.
Lets her head drop.
What?
Oh, I changed my mind. Peel it off.
He walks away, shaking his hands back in disgust. Zsasz immediately moves to start his work.
No! No!
She screams. Roman walks, peeling off his gloves, throwing them behind him.
The whack job with the penchant for peeling faces is Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask.
Roman does a little two-step and turns on his heels expertly. Keogh's daughter continues screaming. Exterior warehouse continuous. Roman exits and walks towards his car.
The fact that he wants me dead hasn't yet hit my radar.
He gets in the car and drives off.
See, I was halfway across town, hungover, and thinking about breakfast.
Interior small restaurant, meanwhile. Sal makes Harley a breakfast sandwich. Harley watches with awe and anticipation, a dreamy expression on her face.
Egg, bacon, American cheese, soft, toasted, buttered roll, just a dash of hot sauce. Not too much, Sal. I want to taste the cheese. What a way to start my new life.
She sighs happily.
With the perfect egg sandwich.
Sal sets the wrapped sandwich on the counter.
Mmm,
He slides it to her. She looks up at him.
you're a lifesaver, Sal.
She reaches into her back pocket and slams her money on the counter.
And I'm good for the 75 cents, okay? I promise. That's all the money I got in the world, and it's so worth it.
Takes the sandwich. He takes the dollar with a smile. He chuckles. She giggles.
I don't know if it's the stray Armenian arm hair or the fact that his cheese slices are always 6 months out of date, but no one makes an egg sandwich like Sal.
She makes her way to the door before stopping and snapping her head to him, assuming he heard her internal monologue.
I mean it, Sal. No one.
She points to him. He chuckles and shakes his head as she makes her way out the door. Exterior sidewalk continuous. Harley in glittery socks and one-heeled boots on walks. She unwraps the foil off the sandwich and looks longingly at the sandwich. She's about to take her first bite when a police siren chirps. Montoya gets out of her car directly to the side of Harley and raises her gun at her.
Freeze! Stop a PD!
Harley looks at her with furrowed brows.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She raises her brows at her, then turns and runs off.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She chases after her. Harley runs across the street, nearly being hit by a car. Montoya runs after her, nearly being hit by a car herself.
Yo, please!
Harley runs, shoving her sandwich in a safe place in her top.
It had been 6 short hours since my little stunt at Ace Chemicals announced to the world that Mr. J and I were donezo.
Harley continues running through the crowded market street, Montoya right at her heels.
The immunity I'd enjoyed for so long was gone.
He runs around the corner through the crowd.
Cops who never would have dared come after me before were suddenly doing this.
Montoya runs, grunting and yelling in sheer frustrated rage. Harley runs, she stops, distracted by a sparkly, rainbow-sequined fanny pack. It fits in perfectly with her mismatched outfit. She grabs it and looks at it with a smile.
Oh.
Please!
He looks back towards her. She shoulders the bag and continues running.
And what's worse,
Move!
every person I ever wronged now felt free to come and take their pound of flesh.
Turns back to look where Montoya is. An AC unit falls from the sky, crashing to the pavement. A distracted Harley falls over it.
Oh!
She gets up and looks up. The skater she assaulted earlier pops her head out the window, nose bruised, bloody, and bandaged. She flips double birds at Harley as illustrations pop up on and around her saying, "Name, roller dummy." Cut to Harley hitting her in the face at the derby, the skater yelling in pain. A caption, "Grievance, broke her nose." Back to present. Harley sticks her tongue out at her. She turns and runs off. She launches through the crowded tents and shopping market. Montoya continues her pursuit. A van pulls up, screeching to a halt, blocking Harley. She stops and looks at it, confused.
Turns out I wronged a lot of people.
The driver, Ralph Murray, yells in anger. Illustrations pop up on and around him. Name, Ralph Murray. Cut to Harley at the exotic pet shop. The worker gets redressed. Gross. She eggs Bruce on.
Come on, boy, get him!
Bruce attacks the worker, who screams, "Grievance!" Turning his brother to a hyena. Back to present. Harley Chrissy Teigen's it.
Oh.
He backs up a few steps and runs off down an alley. Montoya not far behind. She dashes down the alley perpendicular to Harley's. Harley runs looking behind her, not seeing Montoya. She relaxes with a soft chuckle. She happily looks down at her bag and puts it back on her shoulder. She reaches into her top and takes out the sandwich.
Finally.
She starts to unwrap it with a happy hum. She stops. Down the sidewalk, the driver in double leg cast wheels in a wheelchair. He points a gun at her, laughing maniacally. Name, Mr. Sionis is driver. Cut to Harley jumping on his legs, breaking them. Grievance, minor injury to lower limbs. Back to present. She looks at her sandwich, eyebrows furrowed.
And then, we're gonna get through this, okay? Tragedy struck.
Montoya rushes at Harley, tackling her and sending her sandwich flying through the air.
No!
Harley watches in slow motion as her sandwich flies through the air. It clatters, disassembled to the ground. Harley cries, reaching out to the remains of what could have been.
It took losing something I truly loved for me to see that the target on my back was bigger than I thought.
The van comes whipping down the street. Harley snaps at Montoya in anger, Montoya holding her gun on her.
Hey,
Harley looks behind her. The driver's still pointing his gun.
With the walls closing in around me, I made a carefully calculated, highly strategic move.
Rushes to her feet. Montoya's attention snaps to the van racing toward them. Harley grabs a bag of garbage from the sidewalk and chucks it to Montoya, covering her and the driver with garbage. The driver shoots, hitting Ralph through the windshield of his van. He loses control of the van. Montoya runs out of the way while Harley runs on top of the roof of a car and jumps to a fire escape. The van drives right into the driver. Montoya flinches at the accident.
Fine. It was dumb luck. But still,
Harley looks at the camera.
that felt pretty great.
She climbs up the ladder with a grunt. Exterior alley later. A man leads Harley out a back door to the alley.
Sorry for busting in on you like that, but thanks for the shortcut. See ya.
He walks right into a huge hulking man.
Oh,
He has an awful clown tattoo on his face. He holds a crowbar. She backs away from him.
There she is. Harley Quinn.
yeah.
He breathes heavily a beat.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
You have? Oh, I haven't had breakfast yet. What did I do to you?
Are you serious?
He breathes heavily.
Look at my face. Look at my fucking face!
More illustrations. Name, Happy. Cut to Happy is tied to a chair. The Joker tattoos his bleeding face as Happy screams and Harley laughs. Grievance, cosmetic vandalism. Back to present. Harley looks up, it all coming back to her.
Oh.
She winces at him.
That wasn't me.
You dared him to do it.
Yeah, but I dare a lot of people to do a lot of things, okay? Come on, I'm not even with him anymore.
I know. That means
He looks around.
there's no one here to stop me.
He gears up. She preps a defensive stance.
All right.
You're gonna die, Quinn.
He yells as he raises up the crowbar.
Ooh, a penny.
Bends down to get it. As soon as she goes down, an arrow flies over her head, hitting Happy in the throat. He grasps at it with a groan. Harley stands back up with her penny. She smiles and looks at him, her smile changing to confusion. He gurgles blood. She turns around, seeing Huntress on a nearby motorcycle. She rushes and hides behind Happy as he slowly falls to his knees.
They're shooting arrows now?
Huntress holds out her crossbow. She smiles softly. Name? Question marks. Grievance? Question marks. She slides down her helmet visor. Happy continues choking. Harley tilts her head, trying to figure out who the mystery assailant is. Huntress races off. Harley turns around. A car is in the alley. 4 thugs step out, guns pointed at her.
Oh, crap. Him too?
At the other end of the alley, another car and more thugs approach. Harley lets go of Happy, letting him face plant to the pavement, groaning. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a tissue, waving it like a white flag.
Harley?
The thugs approach. Interior Police Department later. A defeated Montoya, stained from the garbage attack, walks in carrying a case file. Simpson, the desk sergeant, sighs.
Fuck, Montoya, you smell like a dead rat's asshole.
He sets the file down on the counter in front of him.
Not today, Simpson.
Hey, it's Detective Montoya. Respect your elders. You're elderly.
He mocks her with a sarcastic, douchey salute and a Weasley laugh.
Only a few years younger than me, and you're still behind that desk? You want to go there?
Another officer sits at his desk with Cassandra sitting across from him.
Come on, empty your pockets, all of it.
Cassandra Cain, back already?
Cassandra reaches into her pockets and dumps it on the desk in front of her.
Not by now, you figured out how not to get caught.
Pete, Montoya looks at her.
What? No comeback?
Cassandra grabs her throat and coughs. Montoya approaches.
You all right?
You smell like shit. Montoya scoffs and walks off.
Yo, Simpson, any clean clothes and lost and found?
Interior captain's office later. The Captain Erickson looks at some files and then up.
These are serious accusations, Miss Montoya.
In the office sit Montoya, Monroe, and Ellen Yee.
Sionis' family name is on half the museums and schools in Gotham.
Montoya wears clothes from the lost and found, sweats, and a shirt that reads, "I shaved my balls for this."
And that makes him immune to law, Captain?
Montoya's day is going almost as badly as mine. Remember the guy that stole her promotion? That's him.
He had 4 people killed alone last night.
If Roman Sionis is such a mastermind, how do you get fired from his own fucking company?
Montoya stands.
Sionis Corporation is his father's company. Thank you.
She walks over and sits in the seat next to Ellen.
And by the way, they cut him off.
Where does the DA's office stand on all this?
To
To make matters worse, the assistant DA, that's her ex.
Well, the evidence that Sionis is linked to these murders is...
There's a shipment coming in.
Drugs.
A diamond.
A diamond? Wow, Montoya, should we call the feds for backup?
Listen, I have a source at the club. His driver, he said that Roman couldn't stop talking about this thing. And he said that he overheard something about laser encoding. Now, I did some research. I think it's the Bertinelli diamond. You remember the Bertinelli massacre, right?
Flashback. Interior Bertinelli mansion, day. The Bertinelli family, including young Helena, are held at gunpoint in the ornate family living room. Helena and her younger brother and mother huddle in fear behind her father, who tries to shield them.
Quick history lesson. 15 years ago, one of the wealthiest mafia families in Gotham was gunned down.
The rival mob boss gives a signal, and his line of henchmen fire their machine guns at the family rapidly.
It was a power grab, but the real target was the Bertinelli's super secret offshore bank accounts.
Cut 2. The henchmen start searching the room and the bodies for any information they need to hand over to their boss. Cut to footage of the Bertinelli diamond and the etchings of information inside it.
The details of which were said to be encoded in the atomic structure of a 30-carat diamond. The rock was lost, and with it, the only key to the Bertinelli fortune.
Back to present in the office.
Which is exactly why Roman Sionis is trying to get his hands on it. That's what makes him so dangerous. He's already building an army. If he gets a diamond, he'll have all the money and connections to bribe every single judge and cop he needs to get a monopoly on the city.
He said he had someone on the inside.
Yeah, he's,
She looks at her buzzing phone. It says, call from unknown. She ignores the call.
he's no longer there, but
So basically, you have nothing.
She stammers and shakes her head, trying to figure out her argument.
We're trying to go after one of the most litigious and wealthiest families in Gotham, and all you got is rumors and a hunch?
Her phone vibrates again. Unknown caller.
well, you know the DA's office is building a case against him too.
She looks at Ellen. Ellen's eyebrows furrowed.
Is that right, Miss Yee?
She shoots her a look.
Listen, if the DA is willing to throw himself out in front of this, it's fine with me.
Captain, no.
Listen, Monroe, find me some tangible connection to Sionis, all right?
Montoya bolts to her feet.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Captain, this is my case, okay? I've been working on this for 6 months.
We need something that we can actually use, Detective. And Miss Montoya, you do have a dress code.
They remain in silence a beat. Interior hallway, police station later. Montoya stands in the hall and angry Ellen storms out from Eric's office. Montoya walks in stride with her.
Look,
No.
I'm sorry about that, but
This is my job you're fucking with? What is wrong with you, Renee?
me? He gave my case away.
Oh, poor Renee. Why don't you pour yourself another drink? It's almost noon.
Montoya stops walking and looks at her.
Wow.
Ellen continues down the hall. Montoya's phone vibrates again. She looks down at it.
Jesus, what the fuck is this?
She answers it.
What?
Why the fuck haven't you picked up your phone? We've got a situation.
What situation?
You didn't hear this from me.
Interior bathroom, Black Mass Club continuous. Black Canary, a.k.a. Dinah Lance, sits in a stall, speaking at a hushed tone on the cell.
But you've got to find her before someone else does.
She pulls something out of her pocket. Interior hallway, police station continuous. Montoya listens.
She's got the diamond, and trust me, Roman will kill her.
My diamond? Who's got it?
Interior bathroom, Black Mass Club continuous.
This kid, she's a pickpocket. Her name, Cassandra Cain.
Interior hallway, police station continuous.
Holy fuck.
Interior police department, meanwhile. Harley, in a film noir disguise, slowly approaches the receptionist counter of the police department. She dings the bell on the desk twice. The cop receptionist looks up to her, clearly bored.
Can I help you?
Why, yes, you can. I'm here to report a terrible crime.
She lowers her sunglasses and looks at him, raising her eyebrows.
And what terrible crime is that?
She whips open her trench coat, armed to the teeth with mischief weaponry. She holds up the fun gun to him.
This one.
He rushes out of his seat and reaches for his gun. She grins at him and raises her eyebrows. She shoots a beanbag at him, hitting him squarely in the face. His glasses break in two as he grunts with pain and goes flying back from the desk. He hits the wall and slumps to the floor. Harley whips out the rest of her disguise and makes her way into the police bullpen. She pauses and loads up her gun again. Two cops chat. They pause and look at her gun poised on them.
Hi, boys.
He fires another, hitting one cop in the face. The other cop reaches for his gun. She kicks him across the face. He falls to the ground with a groan. She loads up her gun again. She points it.
Meeting's over.
He fires blue smoke into the boardroom, quickly reloading. She raises her weapon just in time to fire a confetti pellet into the chest of an approaching cop. He goes flying backwards with a cry of pain. Dope. Harley cackles. As she loads, she kicks an approaching cop in the stomach. She shoots another gas canister at him, red smoke emitting this time. The cop that was hit with the confetti pellet rushes her. She expertly dodges him and slams him into a metal door frame as she loads up. She grabs him by the arm and flips him onto the ground. She steps through the color smoke with the biggest grin. So fucking badass. She shoots a beanbag at a cop. He collapses to the ground. She loads and shoots another beanbag. The first cop gets up and whips out his metal baton. He swings wildly at her. She ducks. She shoots the gun over her shoulder without a look. She hits him in the face with another confetti canister. A detective comes out and tries to stop her. She beats him with her gun. She kicks another cop in the balls. She hits the detective with the gun. She whacks the cop in the baby hammock with her gun. She flips and kicks him across the back. She reloads her fun gun. A cop around the corner shoots his gun at her. She uses her gun as a barrier around his wrist, causing him to shoot blindly. She kicks him in the leg. She shoots another cop with a thick paint pellet. She does flips and shit like it's the 2016 Olympics. She whacks him in the face with her gun. Night-night, bitch. She reloads.
Run, Piggy, run!
A cop runs down the hall. She shoots him in the butt with a confetti pellet. She giggles and turns and walks into an office space, her gun raised.
Where can I find Cassandra Cain?
The cops and detectives stand arms raised in the room, looking at her in fear and confusion. She fires. Freeze.
Hold up. I'm telling this all wrong. Let's rewind.
You fucking rewind through all that cool shit that just went down.
For you to understand why me, the cop, and that dame on the toilet.
Interior bathroom, Black Mass Club earlier.
Her name's Cassandra Cain.
Are all looking for this Cain character.
More rewinding.
I gotta take you back a few days. To that night I got shit-faced at the Black Mass Club.
Interior Black Mass Club night. Title card, 1 week ago. Black Canary in a slinky evening gown sings beautifully at the mic on the stage.
This is a man's world. I'm not gonna sing. This is a man's world.
This is Dinah Lance.
But it would be nothing.
But she prefers Black Canary.
Nothing
She's got a killer voice.
without a woman or a girl.
Baz walks through the club to Roman, who is having a meeting with Mr. Keogh, face and all, in a booth.
But there was some other shit going down that night.
Short notice like this, I'm not talking superficial partnerships. I'm talking about you and me having each other's backs. Golden Lions can't just wander into Gotham National Bank. I can. Loans, liquidity, laundering. Look, if you bring your boys into the fold, there's no limits to what we could achieve together. I'm building something special.
I appreciate your offer, Mr. Sionis, but with all due respect, Golden Lions are a family business.
Fuck family! All due respect, but fuck that! Family's a fucking illusion. You know what my family gave me? Nothing. You know what? I know what everyone says. Here comes Roman Sionis. He was handed life on a silver spoon. Gin and tonics at 5. Oliver Duck. Blah, blah, blah. Fake fucking fucks.
He scoffs.
But look at me now.
He grasps onto Mr. Keogh's shoulder.
I've located the Bertinelli diamond.
Keogh looks down at his hand. His guard rushes over. He waves him off.
I'm about to own this city. Not just the East End. I'm thinking big, baby. And I want you there with me. We could make our own family.
Let's make a baby. A crime baby.
Mr. Sionis, the Golden Lions have operated in Gotham for nearly 100 years. They have no need of your protection.
He's gonna regret that.
Cut to Mr. Keogh getting his fucking face cut off. Back to club. Mr. Keogh chuckles and shakes his head. He gets out of the booth. Roman stares off, his fragile masculinity snapping before our very eyes. He gets out of the booth, composing himself smoothly. He stands with Mr. Keogh.
Will you sleep on it? Will you do that for me? Run it by that beautiful wife of yours, and I'll see you at the docks day after tomorrow. Okay?
He shakes his hand, the fakest of smiles on his face. Most of us are tour guides know the smile I'm talking about. Zsasz smiles at him from a few feet away. Mr. Keogh walks away. Roman's smile leaves immediately.
This is a man's world, and it would be nothing.
Roman exhales. He smiles and turns on the charm for the patrons in the club.
Without a woman or a girl.
Woo! Who's having a good time? You are.
He laughs.
Ha!
Lost in wilderness.
Roman checks in with a table.
Food good? Need more cocktails?
Lost in bitterness.
He toasts a booth of tough-looking patrons.
Your good health.
He's lost in the loneliness. He's lost.
He sets his martini glass on a table. He watches her perform, spellbound.
This is a man's world. It will be nothing.
Her note shatters Roman's glass on the table. She pauses a beat after that note, and then...
Without a woman or a girl.
Roman applauds her as she finishes.
Canary's been singing at Roman's club for years.
Come on!
The club all applaud for her.
He calls her his little bird, and he's got her wrapped right around his fancy little finger.
Cut to interior Black Mask Club later. A drunk Harley scribbles out a makeshift business card. It reads, Harley Quinn, psychiatrist, crossed out, hitwoman / bounty hunter / dog walker / mercer. Black Canary approaches the bar wearing street clothes.
Here we go, Canary.
Buys her a drink.
Thank you.
How do you spell mercenary? Mercenary?
He picks up the card and squints at it, trying to read.
Mercerin?
He looks at Canary and stares at her a beat.
Singer lady woman! You're really, really good.
Yeah.
He sighs and sips from her drink. Harley slides right up next to her at the bar, giving her a knowing, albeit drunk look.
Know what a Harlequin is?
Canary shakes her head and looks at her.
Janky ass clown with bad eye makeup.
Ooh, ouch.
They both chuckle.
A harlequin's role is to serve an audience, a master. You know, a harlequin's nothing without a master. And no one gives two fucks who we are beyond that.
He downs a shot. She turns away from the bar and leans against it, facing the club. Canary looks over her shoulder at Roman, sitting at a booth surrounded by laughing women and Zsasz.
Yeah. I don't know who you think I am, lady, but I'm not her.
She sips. A beat. Harley's eyes tear up.
Hood and I broke up.
Canary stares at her, a long, quiet beat.
I haven't told that to anyone. Yeah, but good this time.
She nods, her eyes continue to well.
And for the first time in a long time, I'm all on my lonesome.
They look at each other. Harley looks back to the club.
It's great.
Her eyes say anything but.
Welcome to the club.
She leaves the bar.
Thanks.
A creeper eyes Harley from the end of the bar. He approaches her. Hey, don't be lonesome. How about another drink? She looks up at him and smiles.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's on me.
Sure.
Creeper looks to the bartender. 2 shots.
Drinks.
Exterior alley, morning. A nearly unconscious Harley is manhandled by the creeper. He has her against a stone wall in the alley. He lifts her face to him. Hey. Nuzzles against her neck as she remains barely awake. Black Canary exits the club, stumbling upon the scene. He looks to her. We're all good here. He walks to her car and gets in.
I don't want to go home.
Oh, no? No?
Mm,
He laughs.
No.
A van backs up in the alley towards them. Canary goes to start her car as she looks back at the scene through her rearview mirror. Let me know if you're going to get sick. Your chariot's arrived. Oh, there you go. Creeper's BFF gets out of the van and walks over to the back of the car. He opens the back doors.
Are we getting breakfast?
Hey, buddy, I'm going to need some help. This is my friend. I told you all about. Canary pauses. What are you going to do, boo? Hey, get the door, man. I got her. There we go.
Wait.
The two go to load her into the back of the van.
Isn't that the Joker's girl?
Not anymore.
Got room for one more?
Creeper turns to her. Hey. She kicks the fuck out of him.
Huh?
He turns to fight off Canary. Harley turns around confused and processing what's happening. Canary kicks the fuck out of him. Yas, girl.
I don't need your help. I got this.
She goes to lean against the van door. It's not there. She stumbles to the ground.
You got this? You sure about that?
She picks Harley up.
Yeah. No wonder everyone hates you.
Creeper flicks open a switchblade and tries to use it on Canary. She spots and he continues kicking him while still holding on to Harley. What a goddamn queen. Canary prepares for Creeper's BFF's move. He swings at her. She ducks it. She kicks him repeatedly. She's whooping both their asses. Creeper shoves her away from him. He swings. She ducks, jumps, and does a swinging kick into his gut. BFF gets up and attacks her.
You got this!
He punches her. She punches him in the dick and kicks Creeper in the dick.
You motherfucker.
Creeper's BFF punches her in the stomach. She kicks the Creeper in the mouth, knocking several teeth out while grappling with his BFF.
Woo!
She kicks the BFF in the gut with a spinning kick, and he goes flying to the back of the van. Interior Roman's penthouse, meanwhile. Roman spies on the fight from his top floor window.
Well. Could that be our little Miss Lance? All these years I thought she was just a pretty face and a fine set of lungs.
Zsasz approaches. Roman turns to him.
Oh, Mr. Zsasz, I've got an amazing idea.
He puts his arm around his shoulders and leads him to the scene out the window. Exterior alley, meanwhile. BFF struggles to his feet. Canary approaches cautiously like a lioness stalking her prey. He does a multiple turn roundhouse kick to the van door, sending the BFF's head through the glass window. Interior Roman's penthouse, meanwhile.
That's my little bird.
He turns and leaves Zsasz at the window. Exterior alley moments later. Canary loads up Harley into the back of her gold convertible.
Don't touch what you can't afford, mister.
Shut up.
Zsasz approaches whistling.
Oh, songbird.
He looks to him.
You drive as good as you fight?
Eyes.
Who's asking?
The boss. You're getting promoted.
He claps for her. She smiles uncomfortably and a bit confused.
You're his new driver.
Thanks. But I think I'm good with the singing gig.
You'll be good at the driving gig. Be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp.
He turns and walks away, slowly flapping his arms like a bird.
So that's how Canary got herself a job driving around Gotham's newest godfather. A position, I might add, that wouldn't have been vacant without the help of yours truly.
Black Canary gets into the car, Harley passed out in the back, snoring. Exterior sidewalk later. Black Canary walks on the sidewalk, kids playing in the street and on the sidewalk as she walks past and enters her apartment building. Interior apartment building moments later. Canary climbs the stairs, stretching her neck. Fighting from upstairs can be heard from Cassandra's foster parents. Cassandra sits at the bottom of the next flight of stairs.
You're the one who wanted the kid!
I never wanted her.
Canary scoffs and approaches Cassandra.
Let me guess. Parents?
Foster parents.
Right. Sorry, kid.
He reaches to Cassandra's bright pink arm cast. Cassandra flinches away from her. Sorry about your face. She looks at her, spotting the small cuts and bruises from the fight. Shit, you do have something on your face. Canary laughs.
You should have seen the other guy.
She looks up towards the next floor, arguing still heard.
Ugh.
She walks further down the hall.
That kid out of my fucking house!
She stops and turns back to Cassandra.
You know, kid, not every day is going to be like this. You just got to hang in there.
She reaches into her back pocket and takes out her wallet. She places a bill on the banister for her. She looks at her.
Get something to eat.
She walks back to the hall. She looks up at the arguing voices.
Stay out of that. It's not worth it.
She walks off. Cassandra grabs the bill from the banister. She unfolds and looks at it. She smiles and nods before tucking it into her cast.
Don't talk to me like that!
Exterior warehouse day. Black Canary sits and waits in Roman's car, waiting for him to complete his horrific errand inside the warehouse.
Canary spends the next week settling into her new job as Roman's personal driver.
Roman approaches and gets into the backseat of the car. Roman sits, shutting the door behind him. A drop of blood is on his cheek. He wipes it away with a printed handkerchief and looks at it.
Ew. Okay.
He drives.
What she didn't know is that driving Mr. Face Peely Pants was gonna put her right in the crosshairs of my favorite little piggy.
Interior apartment building later. Montoya, carrying 2 cups of coffee, walks the hall. She approaches a door and goes to knock. It opens. Black Canary steps out and looks at her.
Dinah Lance?
Canary looks her up and down.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Renee Montoya, detective with GCPD.
Canary rolls her eyes and shuts her door behind her as she steps into the hall.
Your predecessor and I had an arrangement.
Oh, really?
She locks her door.
He told me there was a shipment coming in, a diamond, a very special diamond.
He holds a coffee out to her.
Yeah, not interested, lady.
He takes the cup from her.
But thanks for the coffee.
He walks away from her down the hall. Montoya follows.
Do you know who you're working for?
Canary turns to her, walking backwards.
You're damn right I do. He's the one who gave me a job, took me off the streets.
She turns back around and continues walking. Montoya is still following.
Yeah, well, he's also a very dangerous man, a criminal, a murderer.
Canary starts to descend the stairs.
What would your mother think of you working for a guy like that, huh?
Canary stops in the middle of the stairs.
You have the same power she had.
Canary turns back and looks up to her.
Don't you think she would want you to use it?
The hell you know about my mother?
Back in the day, she used to help the GCPD. She was a good woman.
Canary steps back up the stairs to her.
Yeah, she was a damn good woman. The kind of woman who put everyone else's lives before her own. And when she found dead in the street, where the fuck were you and your boys in blue then? Now you want to come knock on my door and ask me to help you out and make the same mistake she did?
They look at each other. Canary nods.
Good luck with that.
Montoya nods.
That's fair enough. And I'm sorry for your loss. And for the record, that would never happen on my watch.
Interior of Roman's penthouse, morning. Roman and Zsasz sit at Roman's dining table.
The Sprangbridge soldiers capitulated.
Capitulated. Of course they did. I told you the Keo scene would send a message.
They eat. Zsasz smiles and laughs.
It sure did, boss. It sure fucking did.
Zsasz laughs again.
Crossbow killer.
He looks up to Roman. Roman's head snaps to him, interested, brows furrowed.
Struck again last night.
Roman sets his espresso cup down.
Rossi and 4 of his guys.
People don't kill people I own without my permission. Why doesn't this crossbow guy know that? You know that.
I know it.
He backs his seat up from the table. He hurries over to Roman and starts rubbing his shoulders, trying to quell his rising temper.
Why doesn't the crossbow guy? Why don't I own the crossbow guy?
You should own him.
I mean, I like crossbows.
Canary enters.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Come in, come in. Just finishing up a little business. Look around.
He enters further into the room.
You're late.
It's fun.
Zsasz turns to Roman, having a minor powwow with him.
Yeah, should she come back another time? Because she's late.
No.
He speaks to Canary.
Isn't it stunning?
She looks at one of the exotic anthropological masks on display. Roman gets up and makes his way towards her as he speaks.
This is the Chakwi mask. I got it when I was embedded with the Ngami tribe in Ngongo Kashana. Have you ever been?
I've never been. I've heard it's beautiful.
It's dirty.
Oh,
He puts his arm around her shoulders and leads her around his collection. Zsasz watches them intently from his seat at the table.
Here, look at this. Genuine Satsar shrunken head. Sar of Ecuador. They're amazing people. Surprisingly gentle. I think you might like them.
really?
Yeah, they boil the heads of their enemies and they make these little fellas. Exquisite, aren't they? Look.
Mm-hmm.
Look at little ears. There's a little haircut. He's about 1,000 years old. Yeah. Now it's just an ornament in my living room. Ew. I love it.
Yeah?
He leads her to another section with numerous statues.
These are ancient acupuncture models. As you can see, they have all the acupuncture points.
Oh.
We found these buried in the mountains.
Zsasz lightly bangs his head on the back of his chair, antsy and bored.
Ace Chemicals got blown sky high last night.
All right. Let's find the crossbow killer. I get it.
He turns back to the models.
So?
She points to one in the middle.
Is he an acupuncture model too?
It's a statue of Roman.
He is not an acupuncture model. This is a statue of me. It was made by a very famous Gotham artist. And
Harley Quinn did it.
Roman turns back to Zsasz, who holds a long-stemmed rose like he's on The fucking Bachelor.
Some kind of fuck you to the Joker. They split.
He eats the flower. What?
what is wrong with you, Victor?
A lot of things, it seems.
Talk about burying the lead.
Yeah.
Roman steps towards him, Zsasz capturing his full attention.
This is spectacular news.
They stand very close to one another.
She doesn't belong to him. She belongs to me. Have the boys go find her, round her up, bring her back. I want her. You.
He turns to him and walks over.
I have something I want you to pick up, something super duper important. Okay?
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, go with Victor.
It's just a.
No, he's harmless. Do as you're told. Go.
Exterior sidewalk later. Cassandra skips down the sidewalk, pickpocketing people left and right. She's hella good at it. Further down, Zsasz smokes a cigarette outside of a place with golden gates. Black Canary exits the location and goes over to him.
All right, we can go.
I'll take that.
He takes the small black box from her hand and pockets it.
Mr. S asked me to hold on to it.
Go get the car.
He opens the box, takes out the diamond, and looks at it.
That rock,
Canary walks off to get the car.
that rock's about to become the key to whether or not I live to enjoy my newfound independence.
Canary walks to get into her car. Cassandra approaches from behind her and tries to pick her pocket. Canary snatches her hand, gripping her wrist. Get off me!
What the hell are you doing here?
You're not the only one who makes money off of dumb, rich white people.
Well, you know what? One day you're gonna pick the wrong pocket, sis.
Okay. She wrenches her arm out of her grasp. Whatever. She runs across the street. Canary gets into her car.
Dumbass kid.
Cut to, Cassandra skips on the sidewalk, robbing sneakily the whole way through. She cuts through a small group. Excuse me, sorry. She walks up to Zsasz, smoking and distracted. She picks his pocket easily, grabbing the small black box with the diamond. She skips up to an elderly couple on a bench. She rubs the woman's wrist, stealing her watch. I really like your earrings.
Why, thank you.
Cassandra skips off. She runs. A shop owner and cops exit the store. The owner points her out.
There's the thief. There's the thief.
A cop car races up behind her, blocking her exit. Get off of me!
Officer,
Zsasz walks away from his waiting place and watches the scene.
that little girl took my watch.
The cop leads Cassandra to the car. Zsasz puts his hand in his pocket. I didn't do nothing! He reaches in his other pocket, realizing something's missing. Shit. Canary walks up, surveying the scene. He looks to her.
Where the fuck's the diamond? I just fucking had it.
Ah,
She runs towards the cop car, drives off. Canary and Zsasz continue sprinting after it.
wait, halt!
They stop running. It's useless.
Fuck!
Grunts in frustration. Interior police cruiser, meanwhile. Cassandra starts emptying her pockets and shoving things into her cast and down her shirt to hide them. She takes out the small black box and opens it. She holds the diamond and looks at it. She bites it.
In the storytelling business, this dummy swallowing that diamond is called a complication.
She swallows the diamond dry. Bruh, how? Cut to exterior alley, meanwhile. Harley lets Happy fall to the ground and pulls the tissue out of her pocket.
A complication I didn't exactly need right now.
He waves the tissue as the thugs close in on her.
Parlay?
Interior Roman's penthouse later. Roman gets Botox injections into his temple.
We lost the diamond.
Roman's eyes snap open.
What?
We're
What?
really sorry, Mr. S. This kid.
We never even got our hands on it.
He shoots her a look. He looks back to Roman. The technician continues injecting Roman.
Ow!
He grips the technician's fingers painfully. He bolts upright. The technician and other herbalists cower in fear.
Get out! Get the fuck out of here! You two! Go! You're fucking sage sticking in my place! Fuck off!
They scurry out. Zsasz holds out a piece of paper to him. Roman snatches it from him and looks at it.
Here she is.
He's a child!
He's just a kid.
A goon approaches.
Mr. Sionis,
What?
you have Harley Quinn downstairs, as requested.
He balls up the paper in a temper tantrum and throws it angrily at the goon.
Off! Get out!
He gets up and pelts the goon with a pillow from his couch.
Fuck off! You fuck! These are my things! This diamond is my things!
Yes.
My things!
He whips another pillow.
Fuck it! Fuck! I don't ask for much, do I?
No.
He approaches him.
Why is this happening to me? Why?
Zsasz grips at his wrist and retains prolonged eye contact with him, trying to calm him down.
I'm gonna get your diamond back.
He pushes his arms down.
I promise. Why don't we go downstairs and kill that Harley bitch?
Canary looks over her shoulder at them.
Blow off a little steam.
Yeah. I wanted to do that for quite some time.
Zsasz laughs.
Okay. I'll go get changed.
He leaves. Zsasz turns to Canary. She looks at him. He blows her a kiss, then turns and leaves. Canary puts her hands to her head in frustration. Interior Black Mask Club later. Harley sits in the middle of the room, tied to a chair, surrounded by countless henchmen. She squirms lightly in her seat.
I don't care what it takes. I want my diamond back.
We're working on it. Now let's go have a little fun.
Roman, in a suit and gloves, approaches Harley from behind, slowly.
Harleen Quinzel. Woo!
He walks in front of her.
Hiya, Romy.
He takes a small case out of his jacket pocket.
Do you know why I'm here? Or why you're here?
Graphic. Name, Roman Sionis.
When it comes to me and Roman Sionis, there are a lot of possible answers to this question.
Graphic. Grievance. The grievances rattle off as Harley quickly lists through some of the potentials.
Breaking his driver's legs. There's that time I called it an espresso. Having a vagina in the first place pisses that guy off. Voted for Bernie Sanders. Peed in his Brita. Called him Romy. Stuck gum under his table. Stole the remote. Called him Queef Richards. Stole the family heirloom. Spoiled lots of movies. Stole his limelight. Left to Florida. Interrupted him once. Didn't laugh at his joke. Forgot to use a coaster. Burped the alphabet. Trashed his bathroom. Left the toilet seat down. Puked in his carpet. Ate his lunch. Changed the channel. Broke a window. Crashed his Rolls Royce. Ripped a loud one. Caused a ruckus. Graffitied his car. Touched his paintings.
He looks at him and shrugs.
You're here because...
Oh, God, stop. You're going to do that thing where you open up a weird-ass case of torture devices while inexplicably detailing your master plan and how I don't fit into it.
I'm building a better...
Seriously, you don't have to. Really? You're building a criminal empire because Daddy kicked you out of Janus Corp and you think this is a big fuck you. But in actuality, it's a very misguided attempt to win back his respect. I get it. You're really not as complicated as you think.
And you're not really as clever as you think, because right now I'm going to slice you...
Oh, Jesus Christmas. Now you're going to say you want to kill me to set an example? Christ, you boy.
I want to kill you.
He unfolds a nasty-looking knife.
Shit.
Because without the Joker around, I can.
He hands the knife to Zsasz. He strokes her chin before turning and walking away.
And for all your noise and bluster, you're just a silly little girl with no one around to protect her.
He sits in a chair across from her a short distance away. A goon hands him a bowl of popcorn. He signals Zsasz with his free hand. Zsasz approaches her knife at the ready.
Well, wait.
Whoa.
Don't kill me.
Zsasz grabs her face.
What?
Zsasz licks her face. The fuck, dude?
No, seriously. Roman.
Zsasz meows at her and laughs.
Come on, there's gotta be something. Something we can figure out. Hey!
Nope.
Zsasz shushes her.
Wait, you lost something, right?
Zsasz touches the knife to her cheek.
You lost something. I heard you say it. A diamond.
Zsasz pauses. Roman looks to her. He puts a finger up to Zsasz. Zsasz steps back.
Yeah, I can help you find it. Seriously, look in my pocket.
Roman points to a goon to check her pockets. He reaches in her back pocket and pulls out a tampon.
Other pocket.
He goes and gets her handmade business card. Roman hands off his popcorn to a goon and accepts the card from the other one. He looks at it. 2 more assets have been added to her list. Finder of lost things / life coach.
I'm starting up my own business. See what it says, second from the bottom?
He scoffs and looks at her.
I know the East End better than anybody. You want this diamond back? I'm your gal. Mr. J once lost a rare photograph of a nude Eleanor Roosevelt and I found it in a bird's nest in Robinson's Park.
Roman stands from his seat and walks over to her.
If you let me go, just for now, I'll get that rock back. What have you got to lose? If you boys find it first, swear to God, you can kill me later. Pinky swear. Cross my heart, hope to fight.
He backhands her across the face hard. She groans.
Oh, you're so tiresome.
Her head hangs dazed. He grabs her by the chin and forces her head up, her lip bleeding.
If you want my mercy, shut that hole in the middle of your face and listen. You're gonna get me my diamond.
She smiles and hangs her head down. She has a fabulous musical number of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, with Roman and Zsasz and the Goons. She looks like a perfect mix of Harley and Marilyn.
Roman.
I will be waiting.
Back to present. He slaps her hard across the face again. She looks at him.
I'll give you till midnight, and then I'm gonna peel that pretty face off and pickle it. Okay?
He stands up straight. She licks the blood from the corner of her mouth.
Call me old-fashioned, but I always thought the guy was meant to get the girl a diamond.
She sighs. Good?
Yep.
All right. Exterior alley later. Harley exits. Black Canary sits in the alley. Harley groans as she shuts the door. She looks up to Roman's penthouse, Roman looking on from the window.
I won't let you down, Romy. I promise.
In the penthouse, Roman turns to Zsasz.
Let's make it $500,000. It's more fun if she's got competition. Send it to every mercenary in Gotham.
Zsasz checks out the alert and turns and leaves the penthouse. Back to alley, Harley turns to Canary.
Oh, hey, you're that singer no one listens to.
Oh, hey, you're the asshole no one likes.
Harley takes that in. No comeback. Well, she turns and walks down the alley. Oh, she runs off. Canary's phone vibrates. She looks at the offer Roman had Zsasz send out. Interior hallway police station moments later, Montoya's phone vibrates.
Jesus, who the fuck is this? What?
We've got a situation. This kid, she's got the diamond.
Interior bathroom, Black Mask Club continuous. Black Canary in the stall on the phone.
Her name's Cassandra Cain.
Interior hallway police station continuous.
Holy fuck.
Gunfire. People scream. Montoya ducks and looks back to the sound. Interior office meanwhile. Harley enters the office, fun gun raised.
We can find Cassandra Cain. Okay, now we're good.
She shoots a confetti pellet at one of the cops. She reloads it and points it at another officer who cowers from her.
Oh, cell 7.
She slowly steps to him, her gun still raised. She plucks his badge from his shirt pocket. He whimpers.
Thanks, doll. You're a peach.
Winks at him and turns and moves to the door. She sees a wanted poster for Captain Boomerang. She pauses and points to it.
Hey, I know that guy.
He exits. Interior guard room moments later. Harley busts in. She shoots at the cop that approaches, exploding yellow paint. She beats the other with her gun. She walks to the control panel, flexing her fingers, poised to start working. She presses a button. Nothing. She continues pressing more and more buttons. Nothing.
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
She hits at it in frustration with her fist. She beats the panel with her gun.
Access denied. Access denied. 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 Denied.
Beeping stops. Sparks fly and smoke. She looks at the gate and grins.
Poison.
The computer showcases sprinkler malfunction. Interior cell block continuous. Harley walks in. The sprinklers go off, soaking her. She pouts a moment. She walks and pushes the doors open, entering into the cell block, all of the prisoners wanting a piece of Harley.
Hold up. Remember me?
He stole my car. Harley Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, let us out. See what happens.
Don't mind me, guys.
You killed my chinchilla!
Here for the kid.
What's up, girl? You're the reason I'm in here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're dead.
Harley rushes to Cassandra's cell.
I'm gonna kill you, Quinn!
Hey, kid.
Looks up at her. You're that psycho from the roller derby.
Yeah. Are you Cassandra Cain?
Yeah. Computer screen, door lock malfunction. All the cell doors unlock and open. The murderous prisoners are slowly emerging from their cells.
I need to know where.
The door opens in front of her. She slowly backs up, preparing for what's next. She holds up her finger to Cassandra.
Hold, please.
Harley.
Harley brings the barrel up into the guy's throat, choking him. With another quick shot to the throat and the knee, he hits the ground. She swings and hits another prisoner with her gun, knocking him off his feet. Harley swings the fun gun in a wide arc and connects with another prisoner, knocking him off his feet. Cassandra watches like we all did in the theater. It's fucking dope. Harley grabs another prisoner by the arm. She flips and yanks him down to the floor. She sweeps the leg of a charging prisoner. She swings and hits him in the face with a nearby gun, shattering it. Cassandra gets out of her cell and escapes the area. Harley opens a cell door and bangs a prisoner in the face with it. She jumps on the door and uses it to swing over and attack another. She goes flying through the air and grapples him down to the ground. He looks up and sees Cassandra escaping through a door. A prisoner charges at Harley. Harley slides across the soaked floor and takes him out at the ankles. Yeah, bitch. She runs to the door she saw Cassandra go through. Interior Police Department, meanwhile. A gang of mercenaries enter, guns pointed. Interior Evidence Room, meanwhile. Cassandra enters basically the WB prop house. She runs through an aisle looking for a way out. She turns a corner, keeping careful to watch her back. She turns and walks directly into a hulking mercenary. She backs away from him as his crew walks up behind him. Harley rushes in from the side and grabs her.
I got you, you little shit.
Cassandra moves and stands behind her, scared. Harley looks at the gang in confusion.
Who are you guys?
They point their guns at them. The two run down an aisle as they're being shot at. Go, 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 go! They run, ducking, bullets and shrapnel, destroyed items flying all over them.
Keep the kid alive!
Harley and Cassandra run, still ducking. They run into a mercenary. Harley stops. Cassandra slides underneath him between his legs. Harley grabs a heavy item from the shelves and throws it at him, hitting him in the face. He groans and falls to the ground. Cassandra gets up and runs. Harley grabs a bowling ball and chucks it at another mercenary, hitting him in the door knockers. He rushes to another shelf and looks around. There's a chainsaw, a katana sword, and a baseball bat. She gasps and grabs it with a smile. She beats the shit out of the mercenaries with the bat. She fights two off, flipping around and beating and throwing. God, she's awesome. He runs off. She runs through the room, a group of mercenaries finding her. They shoot at her. She ducks behind a huge pallet of cocaine. The gang shoots at it, sending cocaine flying into the air. Harley ducks down, thinking her next move. She notices the coke flying in the air around her, looking at it dreamily. She inhales deeply. She opens her eyes. Her pupils huge. Just the pick-me-up we needed. She grabs a brick of the coke next to her. The gang reload their weapons. She storms from out behind the coke mountain. She tosses the brick in the air and smacks it with the bat, hitting a mercenary in the face with it. It explodes, white powder everywhere. She runs and drops kicks one of them. She beats another with the bat. She holds one at bay with the bat by his throat. She barks at him and then pulls back. She beats off guns and knives as they continue to try to attack her. She delivers a spinning kick to a mercenary. One of the mercenaries delivers a Sparta kick to her gut, knocking her back. She gets up. He tries to deliver a spinning kick. She guards herself with the bat. He tries another spinning kick. His foot lands on an open window of a van. She hits his leg with his hammer, breaking his leg at a 90-degree angle. She does the same to his other leg on the ground. She hits it back in place with the bat. Gross. Another mercenary rushes at her and tries to shoot her. She hits his gun away with the bat. He tries to shoot her with a handgun. She hits that away. He grabs the bat from her and grabs her by the throat. He swings her around and Sparta kicks her through an open corridor, ripping it off its hinges. He goes to her and rips her off the ground. He slams her against the shelves, choking her. As she struggles, she looks down. Cassandra pokes her head up from her hiding place on the bottom shelf.
A little help?
Cassandra clatters around looking for anything that can help. She finds a Zippo letter and tosses it up to Harley. Harley grins as she brings it up. He lights it, and this beard is on fire. He lets her go as he flails around, a face full of fire. It's lit, fam. Cassandra scrambles up and runs away. Harley turns back looking for her.
To keep running?
Cassandra crawls through another shelf and walks down another aisle. The mercenary leader grabs her. She yelps. Harley walks down an aisle. She picks up a handgun from the ground. She rounds a corner and sees the mercenary leader carrying Cassandra over his shoulder, his phone in hand. He raises the gun to him. She shoots him in the head. He drops to the floor with a groan, dropping Cassandra as well. Harley walks over to him and picks up his phone, seeing the bounty on Cassandra.
Roman, you trustafarian fuckbag.
A door opens. She looks up. Montoya rushes in, gun raised at her.
Yo!
You!
Step away from the kid.
Harley takes a few steps back, her hands raised, phone still in hand.
The phone? Sure.
He throws it, performs a flip, and kicks the phone right into Montoya's face, knocking her unconscious with a grunt. Harley looks down at Cassandra and then around the room for a way out. She spots an impounded blue minivan. Exterior freeway later. The minivan drives. A convertible speeds behind it. In the car, Cassandra sits passed out in the passenger seat. Harley drives. Freeway. The convertible driver shoots a gun at the van. In the van, Harley grabs a small explosive device and reaches in her pocket for the lighter. A gunshot shatters a hole in the back windshield. Cassandra wakes with a gasp. Whoa! Harley lights the fuse.
Oh, good. You're awake.
He hands the lit device to her.
Toss that for me, will ya?
Cassandra yelps. She looks out her window at the driver, her gun still pointed at them. She screams. Graphic. Name, some Frida Kahlo-looking asshole. Grievance, hates me. Bounty. Cassandra tosses the device out to her car. Harley watches over her shoulder until explosion. Cassandra gasps. Harley laughs. What? Who did I just blow up?
Either someone who wants me dead or someone looking to collect the $500,000 reward on your head.
$500,000?
Yeah,
Do I look like I'm worth $500,000?
not really.
You've got the wrong kid. Now uncuff me.
Oh, sure. As soon as you give me the diamond.
What diamond? Harley looks at her. She swerves off down a street, nearly having a head-on collision, and jumps the curb to a sidewalk, people screaming.
Fuck you!
He drives off. Harley looks at Cassandra.
Look at me.
Cassandra's eyes dart around. She can't maintain eye contact with Harley, acting shady as fuck. A beat. What? I don't know nothing about no diamond.
The inflection in your voice, the way you can't hold eye contact, and the fact that you're a filthy little thief, all suggest that you do. Now you can give it to me, or I can give you to the man that diamond belongs to. But trust me when I say you're not gonna like what he's gonna do to you. Now hand it over.
He holds her hand out expectantly to her. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Come again?
I said I can't.
One more time.
I can't give it to you.
Why not?
Because I ate it, okay? Harley's hand closes into a fist. Store later. The two walk the grocery store, chained together with handcuffs. Harley picks up a big container of liquid laxative. She tosses it and two more containers into the cart.
Yes.
What are we even doing here?
There are two ways that diamond's coming out of you.
He holds up a bottle of laxative.
This way,
He grabs a kitchen knife from behind Cassandra and holds it up to her.
or this way.
Cassandra's head goes back and forth between the two. She grabs the bottle from Harley and puts it in the cart.
That's what I thought. Also, I'm out of groceries.
Cassandra looks at Harley's business card in her free hand. So, how long have you been a mercenary?
Hey, what did you get?
Reaches for it. Cassandra hides it from her with a sleight of hand. You're so busy looking at my right hand, you haven't even thought about my left.
Your left hand is cupped to mine.
He holds up her hand, her card now between her own fingers. The cuffs are also undone from Cassandra. Cassandra scoffs.
I'll have to learn that one.
Cassandra reaches to a shelf and holds up a container of marshmallow fluff. Can we get this?
You're not going to try to run, are you?
Look, if there's really a $500,000 in my head, I figure I'm better offen with the person who's not going to cut me open.
Fine, but if you try to run, I will kill you. I do not care that you're a kid.
Cassandra sighs. She grabs something from the shelf and puts it in her pocket.
I saw that.
They round the corner and go to another aisle. Seriously, though, how'd you get to be here? I mean, shopping at fancy-ass stores? You making bank? You have your own business? How'd you do it? Come on, tell me, woman to woman. Being a pickpocket's fine and all, but I got real potential. I mean, how do I be like you? Well, except for the crazy part, but other than that.
Number one, no one is like me. If you wanted to even come close, you would have to go to medical school, become a psychiatrist, work in an asylum, fall in love with your patient, break said patient out of said asylum, begin a life of crime, jump into a vat of chemicals to prove yourself to a madman, get arrested by the Batman, go back to jail, get out of jail with a bomb on your neck, save the world, go back to jail and break out of jail before breaking up with the aforementioned madman, and going out on your own.
They look at one another a beat.
Number two,
She looks at the shelf.
$6 for tap water with a fucking cucumber stick in it? That's crazy. I'm not shopping at this store.
She puts a big bag of pet food in the cart and looks at Cassandra.
I'm robbing this store. Consider this your first lesson. Paying is for dummies.
She turns the cart around and starts sprinting, laughing. She rushes towards the entrance. A cashier tries to block her.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Crashes into him, knocking him over.
Move it!
Cackles. Exterior sidewalk later. The two rush across the street to Harley's apartment. Cassandra drops something. Whoops. Follows Harley into Doc's place. Interior Doc's place continuous. The two enter.
This is Doc's place, and this is Doc.
Doc turns to them. Graphic. Name Doc. Grievance none. A halo appears over Doc's head as an angelic choir sings. Lotus flower. She goes over and hugs him.
Hiya, Doc. How are you?
Good. Harley turns back to Cassandra.
He's the Taiwanese grandpa I never had. He knows everything and everyone. Nothing happens around here, let me tell you, without Doc knowing about it. And he happens to be the only person who
This is
actually
his chief.
cares about me.
I do?
Yes, you do.
He's been ordering number 32 with extra chili for many years.
Lesson number 2, you always want to get extra chili with number 32 so you don't have to taste his cooking.
Lotus Flower, you have to get upstairs before someone sees. Everyone's looking for you, and you. Harley grabs her bags and they make their way to the stairs.
We know.
Interior Harley's apartment continuous. Harley leads her in.
I'm telling you, if you want boys to respect you, you have to show them that you're serious. Blow something up. Shoot someone. Nothing gets a guy's attention like violence. Shut that door, lock it, and keep your sticky paws to yourself, okay?
Cassandra shuts and locks the door. She turns back to the apartment. Harley cuts open the massive bag of dog food. Cassandra looks at a photo of a young Harleen with 2 nuns. This place.
Well, it ain't much, but it's better than a prison cell.
It's so fucking dope. Harley looks at her. Bruce whines. Oh shit, is that a hyena in a bathtub? Bruce cackles at her.
I named him Bruce after that hunky Wayne guy.
Squats down to him, food bowl in hand.
He's my little dumpling, aren't you? Aren't you my little baby? Aren't you, Brucey? Yes.
He licks her face as she pets him.
Oh, I love you.
She looks over her shoulder at the tutu beaver standing on her counter. She rolls her eyes.
I never said that. I love you both equally. Who that? It's Cass.
Cassandra looks at the janky beaver. Harley continues scratching Bruce's chin.
You're so pretty.
Cassandra picks at the beaver. Who's this? Harley looks at her. Seriously?
It's a beaver.
Cassandra shrugs and brings it into the living room with her. Harley grabs a couple Twizzlers and turns to Bruce.
Does Brucey want a treat? Does Brucey want a treat?
They lay in the trampet. What's this? She's looking at the drawing of the Joker on the makeshift dartboard. Harley rushes to her feet.
It's art. Don't touch.
He walks over to her. Is he your ex or something?
You don't know who that is? The Joker, the clown prince of crime, my former partner in madness, the Harley Quinn of hate, the jester of genocide. You've never heard of him?
Well, sounds like a dick. He walks off. Harley's stunned. She walks over and turns on the TV. She grabs 2 bowls and sits on the couch next to Cassandra. She points at the ground.
Milk.
Harley pours 2 bowls of cereal while Cassandra picks up a half gallon of milk. Wait, has that just been sitting there all day? We didn't see anyone bring it. Gross. They sit back with their nasty treat and watch Looney Tunes.
I'm not going soft or nothing, but I gotta admit, it was kind of nice having the kid around.
They laugh as they watch cartoons. Bruce laughs off screen. Interior Doc's place. Meanwhile, Huntress enters the restaurant and walks to the counter, helmet under her arm.
Give me number 32. Mild.
Yeah, sure. He starts her order. The rest of their conversation is spoken in Mandarin between the two.
I hear you know just about every lowlife in this stinking city. I need your help locating someone.
Doc takes off his glasses and looks at him. I know everyone, it seems, except you. He shakes his head and asks in English, who are you?
They call me.
My bad. I should have introduced you. I'll make it quick.
Flashback. Helen Bertinelli gets out of the back seat of a town car, a smile on her sweet little face. She high-fives one of her father's workers. He leads her up to the house.
Meet the daughter of the richest, most powerful mafia don in Gotham City, Helena Bertinelli.
The two walk into the mansion.
Yep, that Bertinelli.
She's led into the room where her family is being held at gunpoint.
One day, she comes home to find her whole family in the living room.
Mama.
Runs to her. Her mother grasps onto her and a younger son.
Anyone and everyone with Bertinelli blood is there.
Focus on rival mafia boss Stefano Galante. He sits in a chair, a cigar in his mouth, flanked by his armed henchmen.
Oh, and that's Stefano Galante, the guy making the play for the Bertinelli turf and fortune.
Helena grips onto her younger brother's hand behind their mother. He grips onto a small purple car toy. Stefano motions for them to open fire. Helena and her family fall, a bloodbath. Her younger brother falls, the car dropping into Helena's hand. Cut to henchmen searching. The one that was her father's worker looks under Helena's mother's arm, which was concealing Helena's face. He moves her arm. Helena looks up at him, covered in her family's blood.
When one of the goons finds the kid alive,
Covers her back up with her mother's arm to hide her. Exterior Haven Day. A car opens. A hand extends to an emotionally scarred and hardened Helena.
The big softy sneaks out of it and hides her away in Sicily,
He takes his hand and gets out of the car.
where she is raised by his own father and brother, both assassins.
Interior chapel day. Helena kneels in the small chapel. She draws the scene of her family's massacre in crayon.
She spends the next 15 years thinking only of revenge, so she starts training.
Interior training room day. A grown Helena trains with her adopted family. Exterior training ground day. Helena trains with a crossbow.
When she was ready, and by ready I mean a badass motherfucking killing machine.
Training room. She expertly fights off her adopted brother/uncle, whatever he is. Training ground. She shoots more confidently and efficiently with her crossbow.
She moves back to Gotham, starts working on that kill list.
Shoots an arrow. Cut to interior Stefano's bedroom night. The arrow lodges itself in Stefano's neck as he lies in bed. He chokes and gargles on his own blood. Huntress, hood up, lowers her crossbow and then her hood, never breaking eye contact with him.
She has the murder stuff down, but the rest?
Do you know who I am?
Cut to interior bathroom, Huntress's place night. Huntress practices her delivery in the mirror over and over again. Her drawing is taped on the mirror in the corner.
Do you know who I am?
Still a work in progress.
She looks in the mirror.
Do you know who I am?
Cut to Montoya holding up a photo of Rossi to Ellen.
Crossbow killer.
Bathroom.
They call me.
Cut to Roman turns around.
The crossbow killer.
Bathroom.
They call me.
Cut to Stefano choking on his own blood. The crossbow killer. Back to Docs.
They call me Huntress.
She calls herself Huntress. Fucking fabulous, if you ask me.
And who are you looking for? Interior Black Mass Club night. Zsasz walks into the club making a beeline for Roman, who sits with the group in his booth. So much guy liner. Zsasz leans down to him.
It was a great club.
Roman looks to him.
Quinn got the girl,
And?
Zsasz takes a moment.
and they disappeared.
Roman takes this in.
Fuck!
He slams the table as Zsasz straightens up. From across the way, a group laughs. Erica's laugh a bit more gritty than the rest. Roman stares at her, a man unraveling.
What's she laughing at?
Erica continues laughing with her friends. Roman jumps to his feet and looks at Zsasz.
Is she laughing at me?
She is.
No, she's not. She's
Roman storms over, running his hands through his hair, and confronts Erica.
What are you laughing at, Erica?
Roman, you gotta hear this. It's hilarious.
Get on the table.
Oh. She laughs, caught off guard. Ooh, you're being a total kook. Roman laughs. He swipes everything off their table to the floor.
Get on the fucking table.
Black Canary watches from across the way, helpless.
This is my club. Get up now.
He lunges at her. Erica jumps, her hands up. She's literally shaking. Okay.
Now.
She shakily climbs up onto the table. She nails sharply. Whoa. She stands. He looks up at her.
Now dance.
Stares at him, clearly frightened and uncomfortable. Roman gives an example of dancing, seeing she's not obeying him immediately.
Dance! Dance, Erica!
She gasps, her eyes wide. Okay. She starts to dance, clearly not into it and scared. Roman grabs the hem of her dress.
This dress is fucking hideous. Take it off.
She clutches at her hem, shame and pleading on her face.
Take your dress off.
Roman picks up a knife from the table and holds it out to a man in her group.
Get up there and fucking cut it off her. Do it now!
The man jumps and shakes. He takes the knife from him.
Take her fucking dress off!
The man works at cutting the back of her dress. She clutches onto her dress to keep herself covered.
Just rip it off her! Hurry up! Hurry up! Fucking do it!
I'm sorry. He rips her dress.
Do it!
He rips it off her in parts. She stands in her undergarments, her dress in tatters on her. She starts to sob.
Yeah, beautiful.
She openly cries. Black Canary can't watch. She cries her own tears. Erica stands clutching the remains of her dress, sobbing and shaking, trying to cover herself as much as she can. Black Canary, head down, rushes towards the exit. Roman grabs her by the arm. She looks at him.
You wouldn't betray me, would you?
She shakes her head.
I was just gonna go look for the girl.
Oh, no. I want you to stay here with me.
He hugs her close to him and rocks back and forth with her.
I want you to stay here with me, nice and close. You soothe me, little bird.
Huntress watches the scene from a corner of the club. She looks over to Zsasz, who cackles madly at the scene. She leaves. Interior Police Department later. Montoya leans against the desk, an ice pack on her head. She sets it down and rushes over to Ellen, who has just entered the room. She carries an envelope.
Oh, good, you got it. You traced the messages?
Grabs for the envelope. Ellen yanks it away from her.
You stole evidence from an active crime scene and then had it sent to my office?
Montoya snatches the envelope from her and takes out the contents.
Renee, what were you thinking?
Roman is the one that put a price on the kid's head, okay?
She holds up the phone in the evidence bag, the bounty notification on the screen.
I had to. I can't get into it right now.
Renee, you need help.
What are you talking about?
I said you need
He's
help.
right.
Yeah.
He turns. Erikson has entered.
You're a good cop, Montoya, but you've lost your way.
What?
I'm sorry. Okay, you gave me no choice.
Do you sell me out?
I'm sorry.
You're suspended. Your badge and your gun now.
Ellen can't even look at her. She finally looks up to her. They stare at each other a beat, Montoya feeling that knife slip a little deeper in her back and a bit in her heart.
If you've ever watched any cop movie ever, you know that this is when shit gets real.
Montoya unclips her gun from her belt. She looks at Erikson.
What's the point of the badge?
Slams her items on the desk.
Well, it means fuck all anyway. Right, Captain?
No cop ever gets anything done until after they've been suspended.
Montoya shoots Ellen a look that could kill if she leaves the room.
Which would have had me worried, only I had more pressing concerns.
Interior Harley's apartment later. Harley paints Cassandra's nails on the couch.
And that's why you should never partake in federal income taxes.
Cassandra tries to open a carton of milk.
Hey, you'll ruin your nails.
Takes the carton from her and opens it. She hands it back. Thank you.
Anyway, lesson 37. Why?
Knocking at the door, they look to it. Bruce growls. You said they wouldn't find us.
Chillax. No one knows we're here.
Arlene Quinzel, this is Gotham Police.
Okay, so they know.
They rush her from the couch.
Let's scram.
Harley grabs the beaver and grabs her childhood photo.
Open the door.
Holy backdoor, BB. This is getting out of hand.
They rush to the window.
Bruce, come here.
He whistles to him.
I can hear you. Open the door.
Harley and Cassandra try to open the window. Cassandra spots something outside. What is that? Broadcast Dave Grohl stands in the bed of his pickup truck with a massive makeshift slingshot, a lit bundle of firecrackers in it.
See you now, Harley!
Graphic. Name, a cartoon Harley shrugging. Grievance, an eggplant emoji with a veto over it.
Ah!
Get under the table.
He slings it up. Cassandra and Harley dive under the table. The homemade bomb crashes through the window over Bruce.
Bruce!
Bruce chases the bright weapon.
Come here, no!
It explodes. Harley's roof comes tumbling down, debris everywhere. Harley looks to where the explosion went off. Bruce is nowhere to be seen. He gets up from under the table and walks over.
Bruce? Come here, boy. Bruce!
Cassandra with BB walks over.
This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. No one knew we were here. No one knew we were here except Doc.
He gasps and rushes up concerned.
Oh my God, Doc?
Exterior street moments later. What was the second floor of Doc's place is now a smoking pile of rubble. Harley and Cassandra rush out of the restaurant.
Doc? Where is he?
Looks across the street. She and Cassandra rush over to Doc, packing up the back of his car.
Doc, I can't find Bruce. I can't find him.
Doc looks at her, shame on his face as he packs up his car. She looks at him, betrayal on her face.
No.
I'm sorry, Lotus Flower.
You sold me out?
Too many people offering me too much money. I have enough now to open up a new restaurant, a really nice one.
But, Doc, it's me.
It's just business. He closes his trunk. He turns back to her, nothing left to say. He sighs and nods before getting into his car and driving off. A crying Harley shuts her eyes. She's hardening right before her eyes. She opens her eyes and nods. Harley's internal voice sighs.
This next bit ain't very pretty. You're right.
Harley?
He's right. Business is business.
Cut to Harley speaks in a payphone outside of the restaurant. Cassandra waits against the wall a short distance away.
Got the kid. But I want to renegotiate the terms of our deal. If I hand her over, I want everyone who's after me to back off.
Quinn, bring me the rock now and I guarantee your safety. I own this town. You'll have my protection.
Fine. Meet me at Amusement Mile, the booby trap, in 1 hour.
He hangs up the phone and looks at Cassandra out of the glass. She turns and looks at BB, staring directly into her soul.
Quit judging.
Grabs him. Interior Roman's bedroom, Roman's penthouse, meanwhile. Roman in pajamas with his own face all over it, looks in his mirror satisfied.
Zsasz!
Interior Montoya's apartment, meanwhile. Montoya, pictures and articles of Roman and crimes and suspects hanging up, starts tearing them down. Exterior Doc's place, meanwhile. Harley walks down the sidewalk towards Cassandra.
Come on, kid.
Cassandra gets up. Harley puts her arm around her shoulders.
Let's get you somewhere safe.
Interior Roman's bedroom, Roman's penthouse, continuous. Zsasz enters the room. Roman looks at him.
We got them.
Zsasz, still with dead eyes and not much facial emotion, gasps/exclaims in excited surprise. He and Roman both start laughing like excited schoolchildren.
Little bird,
Black Canary enters.
you're going to be driving Mr. Zsasz tonight.
He turns back to Zsasz.
Go, fetch. Amusement Mile, the booby trap.
Zsasz squirms, antsy.
Do we have to bring them back?
I think you two can manage a couple of little girls.
He nods to them.
Just bring me back my diamond.
He looks at Black Canary. She's uncomfortable and nods. She turns and walks out. Interior Montoya's apartment, meanwhile. Montoya drinks straight from a bottle of booze. She pours some of it in a wastebasket with the torn down photos and articles. She lights a lighter and is about to torch it when her phone chimes with a new message. She turns to it and looks. It's a message from unknown sender that reads, Amusement Mile, the booby trap, hurry. Montoya snaps the lighter closed and rushes to grab the phone. Exterior street, meanwhile. Harley and Cassandra walk in the middle of the street, disappearing from view as they descend down a hill. Exterior street, meanwhile. Huntress zips through the traffic in the street on her motorcycle. Canary drives her car on the street. Huntress is following her. Canary spots her in a rearview mirror. She drives, keeping aware of her surroundings. Zsasz looks at her from the passenger seat.
What is it?
Nothing.
She glances back to her rearview and then the road before her. Zsasz looks down towards the radio, spotting her phone, a new text. He reads it with his apparent superhuman sight. It reads from unknown sender, meet you there. He looks at her and then down. He knows what's up.
Pull over.
What?
Pull the fucking car over now.
He looks at her. She looks at him.
Gotta take a leak.
He smirks at her. Interior Roman's bedroom, Roman's penthouse, moments later. An emotional Roman holds his phone receiver to his ear.
She betrayed you, boss. She betrayed you.
Are you sure?
Your little bird's a fucking rat.
Roman starts crying.
You want me to kill her?
Roman starts breathing heavy, shuddering breaths, his emotions boiling over at a dangerous rate.
No. I'll come to you.
Roman starts to snap. Cut to, Roman walks to his black mask on display in his room. He takes it off its mantle and puts it on his head. Exterior, the booby trap, later. Harley and Cassandra walk through the abandoned amusement park towards the attraction. Interior bathroom, the booby trap, moments later. A duct tape bound Cassandra is taped to the toilet. I thought we were friends and you... Harley puts tape over her mouth.
You saw what it's like for me out there. I didn't have a choice. And if you go before he gets here, everything will be fine.
Cassandra struggles. Harley makes her way to the door. Harley! She starts to struggle and yell muffled screams.
I'm sorry, kid. I am.
She shuts the door. Cassandra's muffled shouting heard through the door. Harley turns away from it, not feeling the best. She walks away from it. Pounding knocks come from the door.
That was fast.
She walks to the door. She unlocks it and opens it.
She's in there.
Montoya Sparta kicks her in the gut, knocking her back.
Where's Cassandra Cain?
Harley gets to her knees and looks up at her.
You? Again?
Montoya swings at her. Harley backs out of the way. Montoya swings again and again, missing Harley with every punch. Harley looks at her perplexed. She continues to dodge Montoya's big, brawly punches. Montoya turns, shaking off the booze, sighing heavily.
Are you drunk?
Montoya waves bring it hands to her.
Come on.
Squares up. Harley takes steps towards her, up for the challenge.
Okay.
She punches. Montoya ducks it. Harley hits a fight game piece behind her, ringing the bell as her punch connects. Montoya laughs. Harley punches again, Montoya dodging out of the way. They grapple one another. Harley grabs a handful of Montoya's hair. In retaliation, Montoya yanks on one of Harley's pigtails. They both yell in pain. They knock one another's heads against the two remaining fight game pieces beside them, sending off winter bells. They move, still grappling. Harley kicks her right in the taco. Montoya does the same. Ouchies. They slam each other around against the furniture of the space. Cassandra still struggles in the bathroom, not the same way we usually struggle in the bathroom from time to time, but struggling nonetheless. Harley and Montoya continue fighting. Montoya grabs a pair of handcuffs from her belt, sporting them like brass knuckles. She uses the metal to hit Harley in the toe. With a groan of pain, Harley hops up and down on her good foot. With her makeshift brass knuckles, Montoya hits Harley right in the boob. Harley grasps it in pain.
Right in the tit.
She swings at Montoya. She ducks it and hits her in the stomach with the cuffs. Harley coughs as she grabs her stomach in pain. Montoya slaps one side of the cuffs on Harley's wrist. Harley squirms. Montoya slaps the other side on her own wrist. A frustrated Harley yanks at the cuffs. Nothing.
Where's Cassandra Cain?
Cassandra's muffled shouting is heard. Montoya's head snaps to it.
Cass?
Seizing the moment, Harley springs into action. She twirls around Montoya's back and body slams her onto the ground. She backs away from her, cuff free. Montoya gets up and sees both her wrists are handcuffed.
You killed my sandwich!
She performs a backwards handspring and kicks Montoya right through the window of the room. She falls out, shattering the glass with a scream. This is not Montoya's day. He is soap in the tub and all the margaritas, girl. A haughty Harley walks towards the shattered window, waving by.
Bye-bye, birdie.
She turns and walks towards the bathroom door. She's suddenly hit in the neck with some Ace Ventura when nature calls tranquilizer dart.
Ow!
She turns to the door, the tranquilizer already taking effect.
No fair.
Zsasz and Black Canary enter. Zsasz holding the trank gun. He tosses it to the side.
Was that really necessary?
Harley falls to the floor and watches as Zsasz approaches her.
You don't know her like I do.
Cass?
He squats down to her and smiles. Cassandra shouts from the bathroom. Canary opens the door.
Did she really tape you to a damn toilet?
Mm-hmm. In the room, Zsasz propped up Harley to a sitting position. He moves her arm around his shoulders. He smiles.
This is nice. You're still conscious.
He taps her face. Her eyelids flutter.
You can still feel.
He grabs her face and forces her to look at him.
Look at me. Are you a good girl now?
He works her jaw.
Yes, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl.
Harley's eyes move to him. The fuck, dude? He opens his shirt, revealing a litany of different scars on his chest. He looks to her.
I got one. For all the little birds I hope fly away from this world, I'm saving a special spot for you.
He rubs a place over where his heart should be.
Right here.
He looks at her. Harley's eyes look away. She knows she's in trouble. He grabs her hand. Cassandra's muffled shouts and Black Canary's shushing her. His head turns to the sound. Canary rips the mask off her face. Ow!
You're gonna have to be quiet.
Zsasz bursts in.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
He looks over to the sink where a bottle of prune juice sits. He looks back to Cassandra.
Oh, I know where the diamond is. Is that rock still inside you?
Canary looks over her shoulder at him, back to Cassandra, and then she goes back to cutting Cassandra from the tape. She shakes her head.
Oh, God.
Zsasz pulls out his gun and puts it to the back of Canary's head.
Stop.
She looks at him and the gun pointed directly at her face.
What the hell, Zsasz?
Cut her open.
Stop fucking around.
You heard me. Cut her fucking open.
Harley sits, still not able to move much. Her fingers start twitching as she regains feeling in them. Black Canary stands slowly, carefully.
Okay. No. She's just a kid.
You're a filthy fucking rat.
They slowly move from the bathroom back into the room. Canary scoffs.
I'm a rat?
I knew you couldn't be trusted. Roman's little bird. You little fucking bird. That's why he needs me to look out for him.
Canary looks down at Harley, her arm curling up as she regains the feeling.
That's why he needs me to take care of him.
You know you're just being paranoid, Zsasz.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Prove it to me. Rip open her little tummy.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Now! Rip it open!
Harley yanks the dart out of her neck and grasps it. Zsasz turns and points the gun at Harley. An arrow flies into the side of his neck. He groans as he grabs at it. Huntress stands in the doorway, hood up, crossbow at the ready. Zsasz turns and points his gun at her. As he shoots, Canary grabs his arm. She plunges the arrow deeper into his neck. He screams in pain. His gun drops and lands near Cassandra. He and Canary continue struggling. Huntress loads up another bow.
You piece of shit.
She shoves him. He lands next to Harley. Harley starts stabbing him over and over with the dart. Her stabbing gets more and more frantic as the feeling comes back. Zsasz continues screaming. Montoya climbs in through the window, her gun pointed.
Freeze!
Canary stands back, hands raised. Huntress gets on the defensive with her bow. Harley gets in one last stab before freezing.
Don't fucking move.
Canary looks at Huntress.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Huntress looks between her and Montoya. Her and Montoya circling slowly around one another. Montoya surveys the scene. Harley works her jaw as she gains mobility back. Montoya looks to Canary.
Go, get the kid.
Yeah, all right.
She turns and a gun cocks. Cassandra holds a gun to her. Canary jumps back. Back.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The fuck up. Get away from me, all of you. She slings the gun around, everyone shirking back, hands up.
Put that shit down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shoot them, kid.
Cassandra points her gun at Huntress. You! Put that stupid-ass Robin Hood piece of shit down. Huntress lowers her crossbow.
Cass, it's okay.
Don't
Just calm.
move. Montoya raises her free hand.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I know that this shit stick. She grunts as she kicks Zaz's body. Just tried to gut me. She looks to Harley. And you! Thought you were different. Harley shrugs at a loss for words.
I'm sorry, kid. I'm just a terrible person, I guess.
She puts her finger up. Hold, please. She rolls over and gets to her feet a bit groggily. She stumbles a little bit and catches herself. Cassandra still has the gun on her. She shakes it off.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay, I feel like I've just walked in on something I don't give two shits about. This guy's dead, so I'm just gonna get out of your hair. Cool?
Huntress is the Deandra of Birds of Prey.
I'm
No,
a Nick.
wait. She's lying. She works for Sionis.
Huntress raises her crossbow back to Montoya.
Excuse me? I work for Sionis?
Black Canary walks over and snatches the gun from Cassandra. She points it in Harley's face. Harley backs up, hands raised.
I'm not letting you sell the kid to him.
I wasn't going to sell the kid. I was going to trade the kid.
Yeah, to save your own stupid skin, huh?
I'm not proud of what I did, but I had half the city after me, even the fucking crossbow killer.
Swings her crossbow at Harley.
I'm not the crossbow killer.
Okay, with a touch of fan, too.
Whoa.
Huntress pulls her hood down.
They call me.
Elena Bertinelli.
Puts her crossbow down, beyond
No,
frustrated.
for fuck's sake!
As in the Bertinelli massacre?
Yeesh, kebab. That is childhood trauma right there.
Beat. Huntress has a flashback. Series of shots. Young Helena drawing her picture of the massacre.
Galante?
She kills Stefano. His picture is X'd out on the crayon drawing. The firing squad killing the family.
Killed his firing squad.
Kills Rossi. She kills Happy. Both mixed out on the drawing. Zsasz, younger and less scarred physically, is one of the shooters. He smiles maniacally as he guns the family down.
I killed Victor's ass.
Zsasz gets the arrow to the neck. His picture is X'd out on the drawing. Back to scene.
And now I'm done.
Harley claps for her.
Bravo.
Harley grins and nods at her.
So if you don't mind, I'm gonna leave now.
She turns to go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I hate to be the one to break it to you, sweetheart, but you're not done.
Huntress looks at her.
Who do you think funded Galante's little power grab, huh? Galante was working with Sionis. Roman killed your family looking for that rock. You don't think he's gonna kill this kid? That diamond is our only chance of stopping him.
Cassandra looks out the broken window. She turns back to them. You guys, hey, I think you should see this. Montoya and Harley go to the window and look out.
Oh, Sionis.
Numerous cars pull up below, goons everywhere. Roman's town car pulls up. He gets out, mask on, and approaches the scene. He shakes hands with one of the goons.
Fuck! He brought himself an army.
The goons all gather together. Goonapalooza. Cassandra backs away from the window, hopeless and scared. They're all here for me. Women turn back to her. Cassandra has tears in her eyes. Aren't they? Harley looks at the others and then back to her. Cassandra cries, looking most like the little girl she is the entire film. Harley shakes her head.
No.
They're not?
Harley looks to her, shaking her head.
No, they're not. Do you know what that means? That means he's not just after the kid anymore. He's after all of us. He sure as hell after me. I just robbed him.
He points to Canary.
You just betrayed him.
He points to Huntress.
You just killed his BFF.
Huntress smiles. Yeah, I did. Harley points to Montoya.
And you're dumb enough to be building a case against him.
Montoya looks at her eyebrows raised. Excuse?
So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant deaths and let Roman go finger fishing in the kid's intestinal tract, we're gonna have to work together.
Montoya raises her eyebrows again.
But you?
Yeah,
Cassandra cries quietly, looking around at all of them.
we're gonna work together, and we're gonna get out of here in one piece, okay?
Cassandra wipes her tears away. Montoya scoffed. She looks back at Harley.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Harley looks at Huntress. Well? Montoya and Canary look at her, waiting.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, it's too quiet. But we're going to need some serious hardware.
Harley holds up her finger. She walks over to a cabinet. She opens the doors of it proud and turns to the women.
Will this do?
She presents it. They all stare at it.
No.
The cabinet is completely empty. Dust spots show where an arsenal of weapons used to be. Everyone groans.
Not at all.
Harley turns to it. She gasps.
Dead. We're fucking dead.
That slimy chestnut, so I can't believe he took it all!
Black Canary opens up a trunk.
We're fucked.
Fuck!
There's this.
Harley pouts as she looks at the empty cabinet. She turns back to the group who have gathered around the trunk Canary opens.
Okay.
Meanwhile, outside, Roman speaks to the scum of Gotham.
Friends, brothers, men of Gotham, I have funded you, I have protected you, I have scratched your backs and kept you out of jail. Well, now it's time to say thank you. Go show those little bitches that you don't mess with Roman Sionis!
The goons turn towards the booby trap.
$500,000 to whoever brings me the girl alive. The rest you can kill.
Inside, Cassandra grabs a couple grenades and pockets them. She nods. Dope. Montoya picks up some brass knuckles. She holds up the tattered Daddy's Little Monster shirt from Suicide Squad. Harley takes it from her.
Oh, not that one. Sentimental value. Try this.
He holds up a red and black bustier for her. Montoya holds it against her chest and looks down at it. She looks at Harley.
You're kidding.
Gotta take care of the girls.
She gropes her own boobs.
Isn't this fun? It's just like a sleepover.
She slings a pair of roller skates over her shoulder. She gasps in excitement as she looks at Black Canary.
We should order pizza. Make Cosmos.
She slings a mallet over her shoulder.
Harley? Focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canary holds up the goodnight badge. She looks to Huntress, who's applying eye makeup.
Hey. Nice. What the hell is up with this bow and arrow stick?
Not a fucking bow and arrow. It's a crossbow. I'm not 12.
Canary laughs.
I love this chick. She's got rage issues.
I don't have rage issues.
Clutches a can of gas, clearly enraged. Harley pops up.
You know, psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Bad guys, just outside.
They make their way to the door. Goons prep to enter through the roof, spying on them through the glass. An explosion at the door causes the woman to jump back.
Get down.
Glass shatters from above as the goons start making their way in. Harley kneels on the ground.
Down here!
He opens a trap door as the others shoot at the incoming goons.
Yes.
Harley sits down and uses the slide emergency exit.
Follow me!
Go.
Cassandra slides down after her.
Go.
Cassandra screams. Harley laughs as she slides. Montoya slides down.
Holy shit.
Mary slides down. Huntress right behind her. She throws a smoking canister filled with thick greenish yellow smoke. The goon yells and dives down the slide after them. Huntress stops in the slide. She jumps up and holds, letting the goon slide under her. She drops on him and starts stabbing him. Interior lower level booby trap continuous. The others stand outside the slide. Huntress slides through it on top of the dead goon. She continues stabbing him. Huntress gets up, everyone's staring at her.
What?
You are so cool. Okay, this way.
She leads them. Through a light tunnel, goons converge on them from all around. Montoya pushes Cassandra behind her.
Get ready, ladies.
They all start attacking and fighting. Harley whacks one with her mallet. Huntress attacks one with punches and twistings. Canary beats one with the bat. Montoya runs off, holding Cassandra's hand, trying to find a safe haven for her.
Don't worry, you're gonna make it, okay?
Cassandra nods.
Okay? Whoa! What the?
She sees a masked goon approaching. She shoots. It's a mirror.
Go, go, go!
Cassandra runs. Montoya swings her gun around, unsure of where the actual goon is, surrounded by mirrors.
Fuck.
The goon grunts as he grabs her wrist and yanks the gun out of her hand. He throws her across and into the mirror. She hits it with a groan of pain. He cackles. Cassandra watches on in terror. Harley fights off two goons with her mount on a big trampoline. Canary runs up a seesaw piece.
Whoa, shit.
Kicks a goon in the face. She jumps on a seesaw with a goon at the other end of it. She kicks him with a yell. He goes flying back. Harley hits a broke-ass Jason with her mallet and knee. He goes flying. She dodges another goon that charges her, gets up, and immediately kicks an oncoming assailant. He bounces back up from the trampoline. She hits him with her mallet. She swings and hits broke-ass Jason in the face with the mallet. Another goon jumps and flips through the air. He lands behind Harley. She swings and hits him. Cassandra hides, breathing heavily. Montoya keeps fighting the hooded goon.
Motherfucker.
She hits him with a police baton. She fights off another goon. A goon swings a mace-like weapon at Cassandra. With a yell, she ducks. He hits the mirror behind her, shattering the glass. Montoya hits him in the knee with the baton. Montoya beats him silly. Such a badass. Cassandra runs, trying to find a hiding spot. She hides behind a large prop hand, goons running past her. A goon grabs her from behind. She grunts, kicking and struggling. Let me go! They struggle. He's hit in the head with an arrow. Huntress, her crossbow aim, stands nearby.
This way.
Huntress rushes over to Cassandra.
Come on, it's okay.
She takes her to a quieter area and away from the body.
You shouldn't have to see this.
She reaches into her pocket and hands something to Cassandra.
Here, hold on to this for me, okay?
Cassandra's palm sits the purple toy car.
That's all you think about. Just close your eyes, hold it tight, okay?
Cassandra nods, breathing heavily.
Here, get down. Come on, you'll be safe.
Huntress walks past an intricate design of numerous women's faces with long serpentine tongues. A goon stands on one of the tongues in the back. Several other goons stand around him. Huntress faces them. They prepare for a battle. Huntress loads up her crossbow with a smile. She rushes at them, using the tongues to her advantage as she maneuvers her way over to them. She kicks one in the face. She prepares her crossbow and runs back over the tongue props to kick another goon in the face. She shoots her crossbow at one. He gets it out of her hand with a bow staff. She kicks around, preparing to fight physically. Harley still fights, swinging and bashing with her mount on the trampoline. Canary still maneuvers and slides in the seesaw area. She swings the bat and takes a goon out by the ankles. She continues beating goons with the bat. Cassandra runs out from her hiding spot. Canary! Canary looks to her.
You okay?
Harley steps up to a spinning platform with prop hands, her roller skates on. She points her
We
mallet.
gotta go this way.
The area she just pointed at pours with goons.
What?
Canary turns to Cassandra, brows furrowed in confusion.
When the fuck did she have time to do a shoe change?
Cassandra shrugs. Canary grabs her hand and they run.
Come on.
A goon runs up to Harley, swinging a machete. Harley dodges him and uses one of the prop hand weapons, flinging it and smashing into the goon. Canary comes up and kicks away another goon. They fight off the onslaught of goons. Huntress is now on the platform fighting goons. And look, so is Montoya. Queens. Cassandra cowers behind one of the large hands on the platform. Canary kicks and whips around, dodging weapons and physical attacks, her hair whipping around and getting in her face. She pushes it away and grunts in frustration. She ducks down. Harley launches her mallet and hits the goon about to attack Canary from behind. She rolls up and body checks another goon about to attack Canary. She reaches into her back pocket.
Yeah.
She hands her one. Fuck yes, realistic representation of women problems. She takes it, and as she ties her hair back, fights off goons with kicks and yells. Huntress kicks off another as Canary ties up her hair. She shoots her crossbow. She fights off another and sends him flying. She kicks the flying goon away. Huntress reloads her crossbow. She falls to her knees to avoid an oncoming attack, fucking bends backwards and shoots a goon behind her who has a hold on Cassandra. Canary, now holding the mallet, pushes Cassandra out of the way.
Get back here, kid.
She swings the mallet, hitting the goon. Montoya hits another goon with the police baton. Harley, with the mallet now, takes out 2 goons.
Who's got the kid?
Cassandra runs out. A goon grabs her by the shoulders. Montoya beats him with the baton. Another goon grabs Cassandra by her hood. Canary kicks him off her. She pushes Cassandra out of the way as Huntress attacks an oncoming goon. She grabs Cassandra and makes her duck.
Please, no more.
Down.
A goon swings at them. Harley hits them with the mallet. She grabs Cassandra and hits another goon with the mallet. She hits the last one of the mallet in the jizzberries. He falls to the ground, clutching his crotch. The women all converge around Cassandra. Harley raises the mallet, prepared for further attack.
Please, no more.
He falls to his face. The women walk away. Harley puts her arm around Cassandra.
Forgive me yet?
Cassandra shakes her off. Get off me. Disappointed, Harley skates after them. Interior tunnel booby trap continuous. The 5 make their way through the tunnel to the outside.
Anyone else hungry? I know a great taco spot.
Montoya smiles.
I'm starving.
I love tacos.
Really?
Gunshot. Montoya falls back, clutching her gut. They all scamper back. Roman holds out a smoking gun. A goon comes up and grabs Cassandra. Other goons shoot at the remaining women as they duck back into the tunnel. Cassandra hits the goon in the beanbag, and Hunter shoots him in the face with an arrow. Another goon runs up and snatches Cassandra.
Down! Get down!
She drags Montoya into the tunnel with Harley. Montoya groans in pain.
You're okay. You're okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. Let me check it.
Canary runs up to Huntress and grabs a nearby gun. She shoots it, hitting a couple goons. Cassandra screams as she's dragged away. Get off! In the tunnel, Harley rips open Montoya's shirt to check. She wears the red and black bustier.
I got you. Ooh, aren't you glad you wore that? Sexy and bulletproof.
Cassandra is manhandled over to Roman's car. Harley, no, get off me! Harley snaps to the scene. She watches and Cassandra is forcibly put in the car. Harley!
They got the kid. Shit.
Let him get her. I trust you.
She hands her gun to Harley. She takes it and checks the chamber.
1 bullet.
Please help me! She puts the gun in her pocket and turns to the others.
Has anyone got any bullets?
Fuck, I'm out.
She and Huntress duck across from Harley and Montoya.
I can't get out there. I just need to get through.
Canary breathes heavily, a battle going on internally.
We gotta go.
Shit.
We gotta move. Guys, they're in the car. They're getting away.
Cassandra continues screaming and struggling.
Get in there.
Get off! They drive off. Huntress fires her crossbow, hitting a goon.
Shit, I'm out.
Guys, come on. They're closing in.
Canary, you know what you have to do.
Hanson looks to Harley.
Cover your ears. And you better get back.
Montoya covers her ears as Canary goes running to the entrance of the tunnel. Harley skidding right behind her. Canary plants her feet and emits a supersonic screech, knocking the bad guys back with the sound wavelength. That's what we call a Canary ex machina. Harley skates through, plugging her ears, the strength of the sound wave pushing her through the tangle of goons at super speed. Canary sighs and passes out.
Told you she had a killer voice.
Exterior street moments later. Harley skates after Roman's car. She picks up speed. Another goon car swings and hits her into the side of a van. They race off after Roman. She groans as she pushes up. A motorcycle approaches her and screeches to a halt. Harley gasps and smiles as Huntress lifts up her helmet visor.
Need a ride?
She throws a cord to her. She flips her visor back down and races off, towing Harley on her skates behind her. They race up to the secondary goon car. They see them behind them. Harley whips to the side of Huntress as she races up to the convertible. Harley jumps on the back and starts wailing on these sons of bitches. Kicks one in the face with her skate. She hits another one who tries to shoot her. She kicks another in the gut.
Get her.
Tries to shoot, but she grabs his gun, making it impossible to hit her. She goes back and forth between banging the driver's head on the wheel, honking the horn, and hitting the passenger. She flips onto the hood of the car. Huntress right behind them on her bike. Harley hops off the hood and in front of the bike, skating backwards as the bike pushes her forward. She flips around, still using the bike to maintain speed. The thug's car crashes and explodes behind them. Harley looks back to it. She laughs. Flies to the side, Huntress hands her the cord, and Harley's being towed again. They race closer to Roman's car.
Whip me!
What?
Whip me!
Okay.
whips her forward, spilling out on her bike with a groan of pain. Harley grabs onto the back of Roman's car. Roman, mask still on, sits next to Cassandra in the back seat.
Kid!
Cassandra turns back and sees her through the window. She smiles. Harley! Roman snaps back to her. He turns back to the front seat.
Shoot her!
A goon from the passenger side shoots a gun back in Harley's direction. Harley ducks down, still holding on by the bumper. She crawls/skates up to Cassandra's door, ducking with every gunshot. Harley!
Hit the brakes!
The car screeches. Harley goes flying forward and climbs up onto the hood of the car. She slides down now in front of the car. She ducks down, being propelled by the car, the goon's still shooting at her. Flips back onto the hood and onto the roof. She grabs the goon's gun and bangs it against the roof. She kicks him with her skate. Inside, Roman points a gun to the roof. Cassandra grabs his wrist and struggles with him. No! The gun goes off. They both grunt with effort as they struggle. The gun goes flying out of the window. Harley grins as she flips over and smashes through the driver's side window, hitting the driver in the face with both skates, knocking him out. Roman and Cassandra continue to struggle. Harley opens the door and punches Roman in the face. Cassandra rips the mask off his face. Harley looks forward, eyes wide.
Uh-oh.
They approach a crash scene, the car not slowing down. Harley jumps away from the car and rolls on the pavement. Roman grabs the steering wheel, steering it away from the accident site. They rapidly approach the closed gates to the pier and a stone statue. Cassandra screams. They hit the statue. Cassandra and Roman scream. The statue comes crashing through the windshield. Harley groans as she pushes herself up from the pavement. She kicks off her skates. She limps after them, seeing the shadowy figures of Roman and Cassandra disappearing into the fog of the pier. She starts to pick up the pace as she runs after them.
Kid!
Exterior Founders Pier continuous. Harley sees the shadows disappear into the fog and climbs through a broken chain link fence to pursue them. Harley! Harley stops as some rotted wood tumbles in a hole at her feet. She gasps. She carefully makes her way past it.
Well, we always did share a love for the dramatic, didn't we?
Harley scans the area. Tons of statues on the pier in the fog.
Look at us now. Don't you see? You're trying to kill me. I'm the only one who can protect you.
He continues to carefully walk, searching.
You know you can't stand on your own, Quinn. You're not the type. With me, you need me.
Seagulls squawk and fly off. Harley spots the two huddled figures moving. Roman grunting and Cassandra whimpering, disappearing again in the fog. Harley walks.
Here's the thing, Romy baby. Your protection is based on the fact that people are scared of you. Just like they're scared of Mr. J.
Cassandra screams. Harley looks through the sound with a gasp. She pulls the gun out of her back pocket.
But I'm the one they should be scared of.
She sees Cassandra's figure struggling through the fog.
Not you, and not Mr. J.
She points the gun.
Because I'm Harley fucking Quinn.
He shoots the gun. It shatters the head of the statue, not Roman. Roman and Cassandra duck as the stone breaks, Cassandra whimpering. Harley keeps pulling the trigger, gun clicking, empty. A bloodied and battered Roman steps out, still holding Cassandra, a knife at her throat. Harley sighs heavily. Roman laughs.
That was super embarrassing.
Sure was.
Think you can beat me? You're a fucking moron.
Harley doesn't know what to say as she looks at Cassandra.
I'm sorry, kid. And I'm sorry I tried to sell you. That was a dick move. For what it's worth, you made me want to be a less terrible person.
Ew.
If we're apologizing for shit, I should tell you something. Roman looks at her. The fuck?
Excuse me?
I stole something from you. Harley shakes her head as she cries.
You slippery-fingered little turd.
I took your ring.
My ring?
He holds up the ringed pin of the grenade, activating it. Flashback. Cassandra grabs a grenade from the trunk. Dope. Back to present. Harley and Roman gasp. Roman frantically checks his suit for where it is. Cassandra runs away from him. Roman yelps as he searches. Harley grabs him and he grunts. She slams him through the railing off the pier. He screams. His body explodes before he ever hits the water. Maybe he's okay. Harley and Cassandra run to the side and look down at the water. Harley sighs. Cassandra hugs her tightly. She hugs her back.
Cass! Harley!
The other three rush to them.
We're okay.
Montoya looks to Cassandra.
You okay?
Yeah. They all look at the water.
Gone?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Tacos?
Interior taco restaurant later. Harley picks up a tray with 5 margaritas. She makes her way to the area they're all hanging out in.
No, but seriously, you were impressive with that bow. Very impressive.
It's a crossbow.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Morning margaritas.
He hands them out.
Thank you. I got you.
You drink, right, kid?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And I love that fucking name, Huntress.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great name.
Wow. I really like how you were able to kick so high in those tight pants.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, he holds the car and holds it out to Huntress. Thanks for the car. Huntress takes it back.
Welcome.
Kid, if that burrito doesn't make you shit, I don't know what will.
Canary laughs. Cassandra sets it down. Give me a minute. She stands up. They all cheer and clap for her. She shoots them daggers.
Yes. Woo!
Right.
He disappears to the bathroom. Black Canary laughs.
Even her prune juice, laxatives. I mean, the kid's got a stomach made of steel.
You know what? I owe you an apology.
Me?
I underestimated you, and I'm sorry.
Harley shrugs.
I'm used to it.
Harley, bring the colander. She grunts with effort off screen.
Ladies?
He gets up and leaves.
Have fun with that.
So what now?
Sionis is gone. It's just a matter of time before some other asshole tries to finish what he started.
Right.
We gotta clean the city from the inside out.
Does she always talk like a cop in a bad 80s movie, or is that just me?
Black Canary laughs.
Okay, fuck you and fuck you.
What?
I mean, you were amazing there.
Yeah.
He offers a fist to her. Montoya bumps it.
Hell yeah.
I agree completely. So I'll
He fist bumps with Montoya.
do that as well.
Thank you.
Right.
Car screeches outside.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Harley and Cassandra race off in Canary's car.
He stole my fucking car.
What?
Huntress laughs hysterically. The other two whip around and look at her. She stops laughing.
I'm sorry.
I know what you're thinking.
Cut to Harley in a fabulous royal blue, slightly tackily decorated coat drives and speaks into camera.
You think I'm a dick after all that, but you heard what the cops said. Sionis is gone. And those guys, they're gonna be just fine.
Woman by Kesha, the Bad Bitch anthem, plays over the final scenes. Interior Police Department day. Erickson enters, everyone cheering for him.
Montoya's boss picked up the gangbangers at the booby trap and took all the credit while he was at it. Again.
Montoya, in shades, drinks from a flask as she packs up her desk.
It was the kick in the balls she needed to. It was the kick in the balls she needed to see that she had nothing to prove to those blowhard assholes. She quit the same day.
An officer laughs as she leaves. She swats the file out of his non-bandaged arm, sending papers flying everywhere. You queen! Cut to interior warehouse day. Bad bitch alert. Montoya, Huntress, and Black Canary in sleek new uniforms fight thugs in the warehouse.
We got the secret bank codes off the diamond, and Huntress got her family money back.
Canary kicks several thugs. Huntress fights another one.
She's using it to fund a little crime-fighting outfit.
She punches the thug. The three stand together, looking amazing and looking at their handiwork.
They call themselves the Birds of Prey.
They turn and strut their fabulous asses out of that warehouse.
I call them dorky little do-gooders.
Interior pawn shop day. Harley, showing off her amazing new style, leans against the counter.
The rock itself was worth a chunk of change.
Harley takes a stack of cash from the worker and slides a card over to him.
So I pawned it.
She turns and leaves.
And I invested the cash in a little startup making waves in the East End.
The worker holds up and looks at the card. It's a simple black and white card stating Harley Quinn and Associate, badass motherfuckers. Exterior street continuous. Harley walks out and over to her car. She sighs with a smile.
Oh, and I found Bruce.
Bruce chills out in the backseat of the car.
Who's wandering around Chinatown.
Cassandra, her heart up and a heart sticker on her cheek, same as Harley's, sits in the passenger seat. Harley hands her the stack of cash.
I guess it proves the theory that hyenas really do have 9 lives.
He hands Harley one of Sal's sandwiches. Harley gasps in surprise. She takes it from her. They both inhale deeply as they smell it. They both sigh happily. Harley pulls away from the curb and they drive.
Yeah. I made the kid my apprentice. Call me a softie.
Slides her glasses down and looks into the camera. She raises her eyebrows.
I dare ya.
Takes her sunglasses off. She sighs and takes a bite of her sandwich. Finally. He winks. Cut to black. The end.
Woo. Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.